I have been muted. I'm
Hi.
sorry.
Muted yourself, you silly little bingus.
I know I'm so bad at this. But
Mm-hmm.
hello everyone. I really wasn't feeling like just yapping right now. I'll be honest. I'm a little yapped out. But it's Dino Crisis Day, so we're going to be in a crisis with dinos. Luckily we have the coelacanth, so we're good.
Yep, the deep sea coelacanth.
Now I don't remember what I was doing, but I sure was doing it.
I mean, do any of us really remember what we do? Ever?
No. Oh yeah, the compies, right. I hid in here to get away from the compies.
Well, why would you get away from the compies? They just want to give you a hug. That results in you not breathing. But it's still it's the thought. It's the thought, Ruby.
Let's see, memo, ID card, yeah, I remember that. And then this guy had a gun, but he still died. Truly a shame.
Truly a shame.
You know, this is a very basic poster. This is like the kind of poster you'd see on like a normal doctor's office, not a top secret scientist facility.
Yeah, no, exactly. Also, okay, chat, real quick. I just have to mention, all of these Cartoon Network bumpers have
By the way,
so much...
for everyone who doesn't know, Sky is watching a bunch of like old TV on his channel right now.
Yep. All of these like really old Cartoon Network bumpers have way too much effort put into them. Like they bothered shading these bumpers and having proper shadows and reflective lighting and this and that just to make them feel more like they actually live in the area that they're inhabiting.
Okay, this music is not making me comfy. There's gonna be something that's gonna jump on me. All right, no, this is just no. Hold up.
It's gonna eat you.
Yeah, again, this game really needs a modern remake.
Yeah, no, it does.
Because like this is fun.
Dino...
But yeah. So I have to go past these copies, I guess. Yeah, the barrier... Wait, is this the right way? Am I dumb? Chat, am I dumb?
Oh, my friend freaking chick tricked the shit out of me.
Oh?
So, she sent me a message. This message has been redacted. Discord now requires ID verification. Click here to learn more. So I'm sitting here like, wait. What the fuck? What the actual fuck is going on? I'm so confused. So I check my things because I remember Discord delayed that. And then I highlight the learn more and realize youtube.com. She rickrolled me.
Bobby.
She legitimately rickrolled me.
I don't
and
see
it's a
any
message
signs
that
of
looked
docking.
believable.
You don't see him? You don't see the guy? Okay.
Nope.
Because
see the guy.
Down the stairs is where we're supposed to go to meet up with the other guy, right? Like we're supposed to go this way to follow the asshole? Right?
I'd assume so.
Listen, Kaijin, I'm a VTuber. Maps are for cowards. Yeah, there was just a cutscene.
Regina,
For
what's taking so long?
cowards.
I've got a job to finish.
We found Tom. He didn't make it.
That idiot.
How do things look over on your end?
I'm in the lab area. I know the doc's still hiding around here somewhere.
I can see an elevator from here. Maybe I can use that to go down from the first floor.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Vex was doing a collab with like 3 biggest YouTubers. God, they really threw me into fucking fire.
I will admit,
That's...
that does take a little bit of a load off of you, too.
It does, because there's 3 other moderation teams scanning things, but I don't think she's starting with the collab. I think it's like she's gonna yap for 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and then start the collab.
No,
Which
that's
is normal. Like technically, we're the odd ones by immediately collabing and then yapping.
It's partially, I think, because of the genre we're usually collabing in. Like,
Yeah,
we're
so
collabing in an
strict.
MMO. Like,
Yeah.
there's just a point where you gotta go, okay, we're in an MMO. Like, there's gonna be a lot of downtime where not a lot's happening on stream. So we could just chat while we're grinding.
Yeah. Alright.
Ow.
Oh my god, I forgot how much body horror was in Fruit Roll-Ups commercials.
What a sentence.
Like they were doing the Fruit Roll-Up commercial where like they had you could put temporary tattoos on your tongue.
Oh yeah,
And a
that
girl
was a thing they tried for a minute, huh?
Yeah. A girl grabbed tongs and stretched his tongue like a Looney Tunes character.
Oh, what are you?
Oh god.
Oh, it's just a bird.
Alright.
Hello, Turtle Taco. It is... We are playing the Crisis of Dinos.
I'm gonna raid out because
No, absolutely.
chat is getting a little rowdy.
Listen, if you
I
even
don't
want to do
focus
me,
on being entertained.
if you want to do me, because like you're already here, and that way you don't have to split between saying hi to like Helm or whatever. I get it.
No, because like when I started streaming, I forgot today was Dino Crisis Day, and I was originally gonna stream at the Omni, but like you're here, yeah,
No,
and I'm going to be
completely
talking
get
with
it.
you. Ruby Summers.
And yes, that guy is dead.
He's dead as shit.
Wait, didn't I
Dead as
come
a
from
doornail.
here?
I don't know, did you? Anyway, chat, thank you for coming. Sorry today was like short. Part of it was me fucking up. So let Ruby entertain you idiots. Bye-bye.
Dino Crisis. I'm playing Dino Crisis, chat. Vivo Legna.
The Crisis of Dinosaurs. Anyway, alright there. Enough 2000s TV.
Enough. Instead, it's time for early 2000s video game.
Yeah, late 90s video game.
Oh, this was the cutscene place. I swear to God, if there's a boss battle on this elevator, I'm gonna shit. There was not a boss battle on the elevator, thank fuck. I'll be honest, boss battles with these jank-ass controls does not sound enjoyable.
Well, I mean, it's about as normal as, like, fighting the big spider in Resident Evil. It's not bad.
Yeah, but wasn't that not fun?
I mean, granted, I played RE1 Remake, and it was fine. Oh god. Zolon is reminiscing about being at the original iPhone launch.
Oh god, that was...
And he was working at an Apple store at the time. He was a tier 2 service agent. Jesus fuck.
Come on. Okay, I did this puzzle. I distinctly remember doing this puzzle. See, I think the actual worst part about the Pteranodons is you can't actually reliably shoot them.
Yeah, because they move too fast.
They move too fast and they're like on an elevated plane, so like you have a very small window. And listen, I gotta be sure at this point. I don't like the horror sting music in otherwise empty rooms, actually. This is like when I was playing fucking the Dead Space remake, and I was like, there is too much noise. Because overall, I don't hate the Dead Space remake, but man, like, especially early on, it can get weirdly loud for what it's trying to do.
Yeah, it really does.
Alright. This is a dead end. What's my map button? There we go. Okay, well, I guess I'm freestyling, chat. You ready to freestyle, Sky?
I'm so ready for the freestyle.
By the way, I'll fully admit, I think if I'm playing Resident Evil games after this, I'm just gonna skip right to the 2 remake. If 1 controls like this, like I remember, I will not have fun.
Play 1 remake on Steam, because it does at least have an option to not tankify the controls.
Do I have to go down, maybe, from the big elevator? Well, what was the point of the big elevator? And also, Turtle Taco, I'm kind of mixed, because on one hand, Dead Space 2 is like S-tier action, with still good atmosphere, right? Like, Sky, you played Dead Space 2, right?
I've played Dead Space.
Well, Dead Space 2, specifically. Like, the second game. Your lack of response.
I'm sorry, repeat what you were saying.
Yeah, like, you played Dead Space 2, though, right?
I've played Dead Space 2.
Okay.
Numero dos.
Because, like, the big issue is you have to basically do a hotfix yourself, right? You have to trick your computer into thinking it has less cores than it really does if you've got anything remotely modern.
You have to trick it into being dumber than it is, yeah.
Yeah, but overall, mechanically, it still holds up very fine.
No, it does. It's one of the rare few games I legitimately try to tell people, just play it on console or emulate it if you can. Like, playing Dead Space 2 on a PS3 emulator is somehow more consistent than actually playing it natively.
Yeah. But, like, it's very possible to do PC fix. It's like, it's a really good game. Like, Dead Space 2 is good.
No, it is. It's
Like,
great.
There's definitely arguments between Dead Space 1 and Dead Space Remake and Dead Space 2 of what's the best game, and it's largely personal.
No, for real.
The only one everyone can agree was bad is Dead Space 3. But even then,
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Mandy's, like, assessment of, like, it's not, like, a broken game. And it's not, like, gonna make you hate yourself while you play it. But it's a really meh game after 2 great games.
Yeah, no. It's one of those situations. Oh, also, oh no, Puns is sick. That's not good.
Oh,
She
no.
threw up.
Tell Puns I hope she gets better for me.
We hopes you
See, I'm not sure if Dead Space 2, because back before Dead Space Remake, I was firmly in the camp of I actually think Dead Space 1 was the better game.
Yeah, no, That is not like a terrible take to have. That's a pretty honest, frankly, it's kind of a milquetoast take.
Yeah, it's nothing outlandish where you hear me say that and go, "Oh, you're just wrong. I need to study you," right?
Yeah, you are just like
You have a
You
slightly
are in a-
different gaming preference than me.
yeah.
But Dead Space 2, like, if you liked the actual moment-to-moment action gameplay of Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2 is basically a straight upgrade. You can just do more shit. In fact, my favorite
Yeah.
weapon in Dead Space 2, you know, what's your Sky?
I'm a basic little Andy. I fucking love the plasma cutter.
Really?
I think it's cool.
Okay.
Yes.
Apart from the plasma cutter, like what's your favorite weapon to play with in Dead Space 2? Because I know mine without even thinking. And it's the javelin gun.
Yeah.
The javelin gun is so fun, especially once you upgrade the alt fire.
No, because
The alt fire is where it electrocutes itself and then explodes.
you shoot the javelin and the alt fire like remote detonates it.
And it's like really fun. Rivet gun's fun. I feel so bad for pulse rifle fans though. Has the pulse rifle ever been a good pick?
I think it is in 3 when you can add all the mods.
Yeah, but like that's Dead Space 3. Like also because yeah, Dead Space 3 was also the game that did away with precision aiming.
Did it?
Yeah. Mandy brings it up in his review of like, yeah, I can aim for center mass and it doesn't matter. I got rid of the precision aiming mechanics of Dead Space 1 and 2.
I genuinely forgot.
So it literally required them to get rid of the main mechanic of Dead Space for the plasma gun to be worth it. Because, like, here's the thing. Oh. Strategy room. I got in. And even then, here's the problem. In Dead Space 1, you have a better option for shooting limbs off. It's called the plasma cutter.
Yeah, you really do. And to me, it's just so funny that the plasma cutter is just so good at so many things for so long in the game.
Because, like, you can beat the game with just the plasma cutter.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but you can do it. Got the FC device and an ID card, okay. Hostile areas weapons positioning. But anyways, going back a little bit to the fucking plasma gun. And then the other issue is, oh, you need to hit a lot of things at once? You have the flamethrower. And the flamethrower is just better.
Is it? I thought the flamethrower was one of those weapons where it's like, good job, you now have like a flaming fireball heading towards you, idiot.
No, here's the thing. You don't use it for normal enemies, you use it for the little guys, and it's really good at dealing with them.
Oh, okay, I see.
Let's see, acquired a fingerprint data, corpse. Okay, infiltrated. Okay, so they're talking about someone got it. Okay. Technical simulation programs. What's on the pooter? Tracking the soldiers. Okay. Remember all those dead bodies? Yeah? I mean, they've been all over. Yeah. But yeah, Dead Space 1 and 2 were both good. Dead Space Remake, I have quibbles with the story. Again, I generally kind of just agree with Mandy's assessment.
It's more trying to bring Dead Space 1 in line with Dead Space 2, almost.
And then, like, because Isaac is talking now, he's doing stuff now, and you have to account for that. So the dead... Oh, now they have a oh god, I have to search all the dead bodies. Great.
Oh, that's dumb.
But I've got the ID card, so... Item... ID card use, no?
I'm gonna be right back. I am gonna get myself some dinner.
Okay. Item... Oh, you use the... You see, here's the thing, Turtle Taco. I don't mind Isaac becoming more of an action guy. Because, yes, it's good in 1 that he's just a normal Joe, but in 2, he's survived the horrors, for, you know, lack of a better way to describe it. He is ready to kill necromorphs. He knows what he's doing now. Okay, so now I go to FC device, use. Fingerprint data has been collected. Okay, so I got the fingerprint data. I don't like the horror music. See, this is the medical room, which... Pretty sure I already cleared. Wait a minute. Can I use it on him? This guy was a spy on the inside for us. He can't be that low ranking. So then... How do I do the thing again? There we go. Because then this is... the exit hallway, which... Oh, this is useless, isn't it? This guy don't got fingers. Today's to do... Oh. Oh, I need to go back to the control room. Got it. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. Ooh, ow, my foot. That hurt. Okay, we're good. Yeah, this game is a little bit hard to navigate, not gonna lie. The green screen room? I'll find it eventually. And, I guess, yeah, you would call this Resident Evil's dinosaur brother. Ooh, ow, okay. I've got some kind of sore on my foot, and it's not fun. No, I don't need to save. I'm like, yeah, it's survival horror, but survival horror can honestly be anything, Kaijun, if I'm being honest. Okay, because here's the main hall. Ooh, ow, okay, ow. Shit. Researcher's ID card. Let's see. Was it here? No. Okay. Moving my feet, moving my feet. Ow. Wait, that was the right room? Oh, is it here? Okay, using ID card. Oh my fucking god.
Alright, I'm back. What did I miss? I come back in here, oh my god.
I need to find the registration number of fucking... Oh, jeez. I have to find the... Surely there's just a guide. Then again, if... ID number, hot potato. I don't like this. Can I just play Resident Evil 2 Remake instead? Because this is... Oh, Jesus. Because I'm also sitting here going, okay, if I'm bringing up the guide, I have to figure out who I've got to grab. It's not telling me where to go. Where do I even find this information?
The basically you find it by
Well, I guess we can
You
find
don't.
try 46907. Oh wait, he's the guy who's outside. So if I get that guy's fingerprints. Okay, wait, hold up. Because I need to get. That was the wrong door. Because I remember I found out that the guy out here. Difficulties. Okay. Because it was... It's not that guy. Oh god, I'm not having fun right now. Why is the dinosaur gone? I mean, I know why. The compy's got it, but still.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I admit I'm not a fan of action games that make you write things down. For lack of a better word.
Yeah, because your brain's too focused on like not dying.
Like, I'm literally sitting here going, okay, I'm trying to, you know, figure out a puzzle. And yes, I've cleared out all of the big threats. But also, I've got to re-find a guy now. To punch in his ID number. And no, he was here. He was here. Okay, so if I take this guy's fingerprint, I'll just have the number. Because... Item... FC device used. Why can't it be used here? Possibly researcher. Okay, item... FC device. There we go. So overwriting here, because this is the guy whose pager was going off. Which means he's the guy that we contacted from that room before, right? I know you probably don't remember, Sky.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm just kind of nodding my head along with you right now.
So now we're gonna go here. Now we check because we found out about him from this. From the map. Because this was his pager number. That's Paul Baker.
Paul Baker of 8675.
And his registration number is 46907. So now we have that here.
Okay.
So now we're just gonna... Item...
Louis useful
ID card use.
information.
46907. 46907. The registration number. Please enter the fingerprint data. Yes. We did it.
Hey.
We got researcher. There we go. So now I should be able to use anything that calls for a researcher, which that elevator over by him was calling for. Hooray.
Yatta, as one would say.
That was... Like, listen, I know waypoint systems are kind of lame in games like this, but I would have appreciated it there.
Yeah, at least something. At least a little NPC going, hey, you should go back this direction.
Because now I can take this way. I'm guessing the next one will be significantly harder.
I'd be willing to bet.
I'm sorry. Just shoot it.
In the face.
You have a grenade.
Well, to be fair, you might not want to throw a grenade, you know, shoot a grenade quite that close to herself.
Nah, fuck you. I'm built different. Oh, and here's that door that we had to get through.
Built
that we
different. 2026.
This is the door that we were stuck in before.
Oh no.
Yeah. I love tank controls, said no one ever. Sure, DDK,
Well,
electric clock system. Yeah, okay.
Is it sad for exactly Resident Evil in this game? I don't mind them. Like, am I actively asking for more tank controls? No, but I don't think they're bad. They were a product of their time and they don't need to come back.
Sky, can you look up the password for me?
Sure, what
Is it just-
password? Alright, Dino Crisis password
DDKL, I think.
DDKL.
Is it laboratory? Is it really just laboratory?
Yeah, it's laboratory. You're going to the B1 hall?
Yeah.
It's laboratory.
Listen, luckily I grew up with Dexter's Lab, so I know how to spell laboratory.
Wow. Dexter's Laboratory.
No, it's laboratory. That's how he says it every time. It's laboratory.
Yeah, but the intro song is laboratory.
No, hold up. There's something coming. I just don't have the camera angle to see it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ruby. That was me. I saw. I kicked your ass.
That's not a new dino. That's yeah. Just kill yourself with the electric fence. That's fine. Will this eventually kill it? Like, I could just wait here, right?
I don't see why you wouldn't.
It's like he just fell over. Oh, there's two of you! No, I'm just waiting here. Oh, fuck!
Oh, shit.
Was out of ammo!
Well, that's no bueno.
Okay. Okay, we good? We good? Oh, fuck you. Okay, I need you. There we go. Okay. Let's check out this way, hey?
Yeah, I say we look that way.
No, there's a barrier there.
No, I say we look that way.
No, we go into the library.
Fine, we're going to the library.
It would help if I... Oh, God. Yep, this is what's happening.
Happening. It's here.
I lived.
Did you live? Are you truly living, Ruby? Are you living your life to the fullest?
No.
Do you believe in the you that believes it? Wait. Do you believe? Fuck! I fucked up the Girl of God quote. Do you believe in the me that believes in you?
I got the... Why is it a frog?
Because because Jurassic Park experimental frogs.
So, Turtle Taco, I'm assuming you mean a non-avian dinosaur, yes? Because I hate to break it to you, birds are notoriously easy to kill.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I think most dinosaurs would just die to shotguns. It wouldn't be that hard.
I mean, just generally speaking, most, especially, like, unless we're talking a literal ankylosaurus, like, a shotgun handles most things the size of a cow. You know?
Yeah, I'd say that's not inaccurate.
Oh, what are you? Oh, you're a secret door to the research hall. Oh, God! Nope. Oh, okay, you're both dead. You're both dead. Good. But yeah, like, most animals in general aren't, like, especially resistant to bullets.
Yeah, and the few that aren't necessarily resistant to bullets. It's they can handle the blunt force trauma and maul you before they die.
Yeah, basically.
Like, if you shoot a polar bear with anything but, like, a Smith & Wesson 500, it's not that they'll walk it off. It's that they're gonna finish killing you before they decide to deal with whatever's hurting them.
Lock code 5037. Remember lock code 5037.
Lock code 5037. You know what?
Third energy. Okay, so they've made infinite energy? The military has been giving us excessively favorable treatment for the simple development of a fundamental energy system. I found any clues in the past month. This is... Notice our secret investigation. Okay. There's a secret lab. Okay. Mike found a clue? Oh. Kirk has been meeting. Okay. So there's a secret meeting room. Okay. The door is locked, but there's nowhere to set a key.
It must be locked from the other side. Ooh.
5037. That must be... Oh, I got a plug. Okay. There's the gas... There's a gas formula that I'll forget and have to remember. Big screen. guess there's nothing in here left. Okay. Unless there's filing cabinets. Okay, yeah, that's the end of this room. Then it might have been the lighting, Kaijin. Okay, let's turn you off and prepare for whatever. I don't need more plugs.
I think you need all of the plugs, Ruby.
Okay, I got a screwdriver. That's helpful. That's a door, right? No, that's not a door. That's just there. Okay, computer stuff. Oh, the thing. Can use that. Security manual 2, okay. DDK. Oh, God. Oh, boy, more DDK shit. Okay, what are experiments? Yes, release the lock. 5037. There we go. Okay, so I got that room from before. That's good now. Saving. There's gonna be a dinosaur out here. Yeah, I hear
Aren't
you.
there dinosaurs everywhere?
I'm going back, actually. I'm not dealing with this horse shit today.
Nope. No, we are not. I don't think today is the day we handle this.
By the way, what's the scariest dino to you guys, including Sky? And if you say Velociraptor, I will smack you.
No. Parasaurolophus.
Really?
You want to know why?
Sure. I'm fascinated to know about what the Cretaceous duck is so scary about.
Oh, wait, I thought you said favorite. I'm stupid.
No, I said scariest.
Oh,
Adding another gas to one with a potent...
if it's not raptors, I'm gonna be real. Probably dolphins?
Red gas neutralizes green. Oh, so it's just do the opposite. Okay. And then green neutralizes purple, which is the only one I have to worry about then. Okay, I think I got this puzzle. Okay, you guys ready for some gas?
This shit is gas, Batman.
Because I'm guessing if I go in right now, I just die.
You absolutely will.
There's 3 buttons there. You supply gas to the gas chamber. That's purple, right? So we use green. There we go.
This shit is gas, Batman. I'm washing my grinder, Batman.
Wait, no, this is yellow. Now it's green, so we use red. What?
Ruby, did you just call me yellow? I ain't no coward.
Is this orange? I guess that was orange. Why are you going up? You should go down. Blue. Did I press blue again? No, blue was wrong.
What color are we even trying to get this thing to be again? I don't remember.
Okay, the opposite of purple is green. This is green again, so we press red, but that goes up again.
Yeah, I have no idea how to solve this puzzle. The fact you're still going and he hasn't died is oh, never mind.
Oh, there we go. Wait, he's dead? He's still moving, though.
Oh, maybe. Hang on. He might still be alive.
Yeah, no, he's still alive.
Okay, good.
I think
I just saw someone in chat say, "Oh, they're dead." So I just assumed chat was correct.
Who are you talking about?
All right, yeah. No, now I'm seeing the cutscene play.
I'm here with the rescue team. Where is Dr. Kirk?
Here. This will give you access to his personal lab.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
36.95. Okay. Also, there was another key in here. He had another key. I could have missed a second key if I hadn't pressed X.
Uh-oh.
Do I remember how to make gas? Did I just kill this thing? Yeah, it's already dead.
Dead as hell. What shoes did it have on in its casket?
I assumed you could, but like, I was like, or I could just shoot it 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bleeding.
Ruby? Ruby, you want to hear something cursed I just heard that I will now share?
Sure.
If Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, were to twerk, what would it sound like?
I don't know.
What would your guess be? Because I had to sit with this image in my head now.
Yeah, what was the question?
Ben Grimm, aka The Thing from Fantastic Four.
Okay.
You know, his skin is like rocks.
Yeah.
So if he were to twerk, what would it sound like? Like, would it sound like rocks grinding against each other? Would it sound like 2 rocks clattering against each other?
I was gonna say, is his cheeks clapping or no?
They're clapping.
Okay, absolutely rocks smacking together.
Alright. I had to share this because I just had to. Someone told me this not 5 seconds ago, and now that image is stuck in my head. I'm sitting here imagining The Thing twerk. I don't like it.
Why not?
It disturbs me. It's scary to think that Ben Grimm could throw it back.
Well, that's just the thing, isn't it?
Well, he is just The Thing, isn't he? All right, Ruby. You get to trade places with one Marvel character. Who are you trading places with?
I don't know. I don't know Marvel that well.
Really?
I mean, like, I know the movies, but I don't know enough to make, like, an educated decision. I mean, isn't Omni-Man made of flesh and blood?
Yeah, but... yeah, but the difference is yeah, so what Ruby said. Omni-Man's flesh. Ben Grimm is made of, like, rock and stone. To the bone, if you will.
Okay, where the fuck am I going?
Anyway, to answer my own silly question, I'd probably trade places with, God, what's his freaking name? Now that I think about it, I can't remember his name.
Can you describble him?
Reed Richards, that's his freaking name, Reed Richards. I've traded places with Reed Richards. I could handle having Namor try and, like, home wreck me for everything else I get access to.
Especially since, I'll be honest, you with Reed Richards' like life, you probably would not take that shit for granted.
Oh, absolutely not. You're saying I have money, intelligence, and a really hot wife? Oh, I'm set. I'll handle Namor trying to steal my girl. I can
gets
handle
significantly easier if you're actually a good husband.
Exactly. Just don't be a shitty husband.
Because, like, isn't repeatedly the only reason that's remotely on the table because Reed kind of sucks?
It's because Reed Richards gets wrapped up in his work. And even then, like, it's extremely rare that in any Marvel story that Reed Richards loses Sue Storm. It's either she leaves of her own accord because she can't handle Reed Richards being a workaholic. And I think only, like, once or twice it's been she went to Namor. And usually she goes to Namor because, like, some sort of power struggle is happening and she needs to pick a side. And it's always like Bizarro Land World and stuff.
That sounds exhausting. Comics sound exhausting.
No, they are. Wait, are you switching with them or just their position? Because one, you just become them. The other, you were just a person in a superposition. Hang on. You become them. That's what happens. Hang on.
Ah, you're another guy I can use. 47812 Mark Doyle. Because you're aircraft guy, which means you can get me into military spaces. Right? Oh, Sky died. Yeah, once more, I have no idea what I'm actually doing. Maybe this wasn't a great game for me. And now I see that. Does not help I'm a little sleepy. I'm always a little sleepy, though. By the way... Oh, by the way, yeah, thank you, Nightbot. Okay, where am I going?
What? Oh, I don't see any signs of the dock here.
Okay. Ugh. Because again, the map is just not helpful. So I feel like I'm just going through the whole game every time I want to try and see what up. Yeah, this is this shit again. I've been here. This is the bathroom. I don't need to go to the bathroom. Now we drop down. Lecture room hallway. See, I think the worst part happening right now is when you don't have a guide, I'm just sitting here going, there sure is a lot of empty hallway right now. I'm like, I get it, this is partially my own fault for not using a guide.
I've returned.
Like, I get it's partially my fault for not using guide, but I'm like, there sure are a lot of empty hallways that I can't keep straight, you know? Also, welcome back, Sky.
Oh, how are you?
I'm not sure where to go.
Oh, well,
And I
yeah,
know I should have a guide up, but I'm also sitting here, I don't want to be pausing to check the guide every few minutes. And, like, maybe this is just a thing where this game just has not aged amazingly.
It's one of those games where they definitely sold it with the idea of selling you a strategy guide.
Yeah. Or, like, you write down everything. But that's not really conductive when you're a streamer, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, no.
Because, like, I don't want to be pausing to write things down. I want to, you know, just play the game and commentate on it. Or maybe, you know, I guess to be more specific, it's not my style of streaming game.
Yeah. Also, Gin and Tonics went live, and their live notification was getting my MFO, Master of Fine Onions degree. I just thought that was very, very, very fine. I forgot. Did I show you Jin's cosplays? I don't think I have. She's really good. Really freaking good at them. I'll show you sometime. Oh, here comes the raptor.
Overall, I don't mind this game. It's just the long and large periods of I don't know what I'm doing. The game isn't really helping me figure it out. You know?
Yeah, but it was also Resident Evil 1
was
did a
also
lot
this
of
kind
that.
of game. Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 was very like
Again,
obtuse.
I think this game would be amazing if it just got like a remaster. like a genuine remaster where it's more in line with modern action games. Keep some of the puzzles, but don't make them so obtuse. Maybe open up the inventory a little bit too, you know?
Yeah.
I think that would help a lot.
Yeah, it would. It would help immensely.
Because I do think this seems like a good classic game that more people should try. But the jank is, at this point, keeping them from trying. Not because the game is bad or outright broken. It's just a case of game design was different back on the PS1, you know?
No, exactly. It's really... It's a lot.
And it's just a case of video games used to be designed effectively to use up as much of your time as possible without it annoying the piss out of you.
And to be fair, aren't they still kind of designed that?
In the
Cough,
end,
cough,
yes.
Fortnite, cough, cough, Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, I guess I can't deny that, but you get what I mean when I say that. It was a different type of doing that, whereas now that's mostly done with, like, season passes and daily logins and, you know, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, it was just like, we're gonna make this game a little bit obtuse, so you have to kind of work at beating it, and that'll hopefully make it feel like you earned your $20. Yeah, overall, the plot's a little bit shallow, but again, yes, one game, I get it. They could only do so much, but for the era, presentation was great. Controls definitely dated, but again, like, I can't be mad that the PS1 game is dated. Like...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could. But that's the reason why I want a remaster. Because there is something good and eerie about at least the initial phase when you're like, oh shit, there could be a dinosaur anywhere. But then you realize they don't respawn, and it's like, oh, well, now it's just hallways for a bit. You know?
Yeah, and to, like, give some credit, Resident Evil 2, or not 2, Resident Evil 3 did a lot to try to, like, combat the everything is a hallway, which is, you know, the game that came out after this.
Yes.
Because the first two games definitely have that problem. Resident Evil 2, the only time something's not a hallway is, like, before you enter RPD.
Yeah. And even then, it's effectively a hallway, it's a linear hallway.
Yeah. This is like much more linear than any Resident Evil. Yeah, this is significantly more linear than, like, the mansion from Resident Evil 1.
Because in the end, like, yeah, there's only one way to go, but, like, this map is not telling me anything.
Yeah. It's not trying to direct you a certain way.
Unless I'm missing something? Is Destination... Wait, hold up.
I forget, does this game do encryptions like Resident Evil? I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't. But yeah, the destination is not blinking. None of this map is blinking for destination, so I just don't know where to go.
Oh.
I'm just kind of going through every room and praying I don't get doubled up on, because... yeah.
So you're doing what Fire Emblem speedrunners do. They run through the maze and hope they don't get doubled.
I've never played Fire Emblem, and honestly, that sounds like I've dodged a bullet at this point.
You dodged a bullet with interacting with the fandom after Fates. Everything else is like, no, these are good games. It's just interacting with a certain subsect of the fandom is genuinely like hard to stomach. Yeah.
Listen, if you like Fire Emblem, I get it. I am like, they're... Okay, no, it's not responding. Okay, good. It's like, I gotta find a door that I can't get through and then figure out how to get through it. Like, that, it's that simple right now. But right now, it feels like I've gone through every room, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, like, it's one of those things where it's like, you need to find some random, like, logic puzzle. Like how the Resident Evil shotgun puzzle was, where you put it on the wall.
Yeah, because you have to find a broken shotgun to swap with it.
Yeah.
Oh god. Get up. Okay. Okay, we're in. It's the elevator power room, which I've already done this puzzle. It's like, this is my first playthrough. I do not have an internal map of this facility yet. Like...
Yeah, and it's also why me and someone else, their name is eluding me, we're like, no, use a guide.
Kaijin?
This is like...
Probably Kaijin.
Probably Kaijin.
But
no, it's like, this is the one game you need a guide
You
for.
get how I'm sitting here, it's like, that's not how I want a V2, you know?
No, and I get that, but it's generally we want you to use it because this game is brutal and mean and will kick you in the shins.
And maybe I'm just not in the right mindset right now. That happens. Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop the stream, but I think I'm gonna swap categories. Because I'm just not vibing right now. So let's find a... How do I leave?
What?
How do I leave the... I guess I just have to shut the game off from Steam. Got it.
Yeah, you just Alt F4. You just have to shut the game off.
Because let's see, what else could I play? Because it's only been an hour and a half. It's not... Again, I don't want to call this game bad. I don't think this game is bad. I just don't think it's for me, especially not right now. But also, it was $5. I'm not that worried about losing $5. You know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Could... Could do some Shadow Generations. That could be fun.
Ooh, you could get you could use the
iconic Doom Surf ability.
Yes, you could use the iconic Doom Surf
So
ability.
yeah, I think I'm gonna stop Dino Crisis. I'm gonna swap over to Shadow. Oh wait, no, it has that visual bug that I don't like, or audio bug that was driving me crazy.
Oh.
Fuck it, we could turn this into a Guild Wars stream, whatever. Not like that you have to join me, Sky, but in like a...
Yeah, like Guild Wars before Goob Wars. Oh, you're feeling spicy today.
I think I might just turn this into a Guild Wars stream, because... I don't know, or maybe Sonic Adventure... Yeah, let's do Sonic Adventure 2. Let's clear out some levels. I need something that's not... I don't know.
You need something that like you can turn your brain off of.
Yeah, because I'm not in a good thinking mood right now.
Yeah. The hell?
Okay, so let's go to OBS. Game Capture 2, Sonic Adventure 2. Game audio properties. Sonic Adventure 2. There we go. Because yeah, I fully admit I'm sitting here and I'm going, I don't want to use my brain right now.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I too don't like using my brain, which sucks because right now we're having to play Who Is This Guy We Probably Banned Somewhere Else.
Oh god. That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, is this someone we banned earlier today? Are they just similar username?
Right.
Okay, good. The bigger mods did the thing for me.
I mean, you
Don't have to worry about it.
You would know. Like, they would know better than you, so like I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Today is just trial by fire.
Okay, gotta adjust you.
Also,
Also?
hang on. Hang on.
There we
Apparently, a day or two ago, like all of PopCap's games went on sale for $1.
File select.
Yeah, we apparently just missed that. Wow. Yeah, we could have. Ruby, we could have got Peggle.
Stage
We could have gotten
select.
Peggle. We could have gotten Peggle. We could have been pegging.
Holy shit.
The only kind of pegging I accept.
Uh-huh.
I don't like any of the time. It hurts.
You're generally supposed to lube up and stretch things.
Yeah, but doing that hurts, and I don't like it. I don't do it. Unlike 90% of straight guys, I can't admit that I have tried it. I genuinely don't like it. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, you don't know that you wouldn't like pig. You wouldn't know. I know. I
Listen,
know.
if you've given it the honest try, you know what, good on you.
Exactly. Because no one... I know what I like.
It's just not that.
I just didn't like it. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're a fanboy. You're a fanboy. You just like kissing boys. Yeah, I don't.
Listen, you know what you was about.
Exactly. I know what I'm about.
What is bear?
Sonic Adventure 2 again?
What?
What are you doing Sonic Adventure 2 again?
I don't know, I'm just going through levels. The mission advice, whatever. And like, listen, again, I am aware I said Dino Crisis today. I might have to reassess Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
I think I've been fair to Dino Crisis, it's just not vibing with me. And maybe it's because, like,
Yeah.
maybe I should have played it when I was a kid, or had a guide on it. It's whatever.
The guide thing, I feel, is the bigger thing. Because genuinely, it's just either you enjoy playing Resident Evil 1 through 3, or you don't because it's dated. It's like, as much as I'd like love to sit here and glaze Resident Evil 2 and 3, they are dated video games.
Yeah.
They use mechanics that are no longer in vogue.
We now recognize that these are not great game design decisions.
I wouldn't say necessarily that. It's just for the technology of the time, they were doing what it was deemed in vogue.
Or at least, you know, workable for their concept, I guess, is better, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
It's like we have to accept the limitations. Like, we couldn't have made what would now be considered a AAA game back in the 80s. Like, AAA as a concept largely did not exist because of 2000s. Like, until, like, what?
Yeah.
Call of Duty and Halo took off, really?
Really? Call of Duty. Call of Duty was like the first shooter to kind of standardize the control layout for FPS games. Like, obviously, Halo had its own standard.
Yeah, Halo's
But
fucking
Call-
iconic. Don't you talk shit about Halo.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking shit. Alright, but what I'm saying is, Halo and Call of Duty came out roughly around the same time, and more games were taking from Call of Duty's control scheme than Halo's. There's a reason-
Halo even eventually kind of adopted from Call of Duty.
Yeah, Halo eventually realized that this is what gamers are used to having. We need to offer that control scheme as an option.
And there's nothing wrong with novelty in your control scheme, but like you have to recognize when something works for a reason.
Yeah. Like, there's a reason why games no longer use the B button as melee.
There's a reason that the trigger button fires your gun or throws your grenade.
Here we go.
Well, actually, in Halo, it used to not.
Yeah. True.
Ultimate victory.
You want to know how you threw your grenades in Halo 1?
Was it the black or the white button?
It was the black and white buttons, yeah. It was black and white for different grenades.
Stage select.
It was white for the standard frag grenades, and white for the stick grenades.
That's funny.
One of the two. One of the two. If it's inverted, it's inverted. I'm stupid. You get what I mean?
It's because people are judging you so hard for not knowing everything about Halo.
And then Halo 3, when there were 4 grenade types.
Also, hello, Esther. I was not vibing with Dino Crisis. I probably just need to actually prepare with a guide next time, but how dare.
She was getting a little ragey.
Not necessarily ragey, more just exhausted
Well, yeah,
of seeing empty hallway after empty hallway with no clear guide.
Yeah.
It was a bit ragey. Like, you're right, it was a bit ragey.
Yeah, and I'm between moderating for Vex because they let me mod for them. And now I'm kind of undergoing a trial by fire, so I'm sort of just monitoring chat and making sure no one's being,
Horrible individual.
Exactly. Oops. No one's been terrible yet.
But for the most part,
think we have
like, for the most part, people will be honest in the hand. But sometimes there's just, like, the guy you gotta, like, be aware of, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, like, that's kind of something I learned after modding some people's Discord reviews. Is like, for the most part, the community is not bad. You just have to be there to make decisions if something happens.
Yeah, usually people behave. Sometimes they don't, and we need to bonk them.
And I mean this genuinely, like, if you're not, like, a massive streamer and you need your mods active all the time, I'm not saying that means, like, you're a bad person. I am saying, hey, maybe there's something that's, like, you should look into, like, why this keeps happening, you know?
Yeah, like, if you are a smaller content creator and this is happening, then this is probably something you are inadvertently invited.
There might be something to analyze about your setup, and that's okay.
Yeah. And then sometimes you're just dark side filled.
It's, I mean, I'm gonna pretend that it's to some degree.
Oh no, I'm not saying it hasn't, but it's like, it doesn't matter how many mods you get, you're not avoiding it.
Yeah, no, that's fair, actually.
You can have all the mods in the world, you are not avoiding it. Granted, I think Phil even knows like what his life has become. He's accepted it.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do at a certain point, right? Like,
Exactly. At least he's not failed.
because I don't even mean that, like, in a judgment way, like, I mean that in a, he's kind of just in this hole. He lives off of people sending him donations to try and get him out.
Yeah, because he knows that's the only way his bills are gonna get paid.
But, like,
because he's-
that is a horrible situation. Like, let me, like, I cannot.
Yeah, but part of it is genuinely because he just like put himself in such financial dire straits.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not pretending like he's blameless here. I'm just saying, like, man, it must suck to be in that situation.
Oh.
Let's do you. Okay, I'll wait. Found the chow.
Here we go.
Found the chat.
By the way, all of my rankings are fake. I modded the game to always give me A rank because I didn't feel like working.
Yeah, you didn't feel like dealing with Sonic Adventure malarkey.
Stage
Yeah,
select.
for lack of a better word. Reach the goal within 3 minutes and 0 seconds. Reach the goal within 3 minutes 0 seconds. I'm falling forever. I don't know what happened there, chat. I genuinely don't know.
That's a new one for me. Don't know why that happened.
Just pretend it didn't.
Just gonna pretend it did not happen.
No, okay, come on. Woohoo! Come on, you still got a few minutes, Shadow. You got this. You got this, Shadow.
Shadow can do it.
Because he's the coolest.
Here we go.
Come on, I know we're almost there. We're at a minute and a half. Okay, and this is the move. Come on. Come on, I know we're almost there. There we go.
Here we go.
Honestly, that might have been a legit A rank. Like,
It could have. I don't know. It's not important.
that's the entire issue. Is I'm like, I'm not bothering
Ultimate
with this shit.
victory.
But yeah, as much as I wanted to do Dino Crisis, I don't want to stop the stream after barely an hour. I just kind of want to turn my brain off.
Stage select.
You know? You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you need to have no brain, no think.
It's not that I don't. I think I can explain. I like games that make me think with their writing. I don't care for the games that are making me keep a notepad. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get it. You want your brain to just turn off while you do cool things.
And maybe that's partially because I, as like a gamer, quote unquote, generally play games to unwind. I love easy mode. I love story mode. I'm not necessarily here to push myself to the limits with challenges, you know? Challenges are nice. I appreciate them. But I'm not going to video games specifically to be challenged, you know?
Yeah. Whereas me, I play difficult RPGs because I like abusing the hell out of system mechanics. Like, there are people who generally like go, "Oh, SMT4 is a hard game," and I'll kind of laugh and say, "Yeah, it's hard at the start," and then I understand how to make mechanics be absolutely broken in half. But that is because I spent meticulous amounts of time understanding things no normal person would do.
Again, like, neither of us are wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, you have to understand, I usually see games as, I'm doing this because I need to just not use my brain for a bit. I need to decompress, unwind after work, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, actual, VTuber.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. We have different understandings of what we find as relaxing.
And, like, that doesn't mean that we can't agree on certain games. Like, we both generally like it.
Yeah.
We both liked, Search Fire when we played it.
Oh no, yeah. Oops. Has there been any news on Surf Punk?
There's been a few updates.
Well, you know what, if it's still just a demo.
Yeah, because that's been kind of the issue, hasn't it? Is we're like,
Yeah.
oh man, that was spicy.
When the game comes out, when the game comes out, we'll probably see it again, or play it again.
Because I really want to see the full release of it. It was a good demo. Just plain and simple.
It was really good. Please don't wind up like Hello Neighbor, where your first demo was good.
I don't think it's gonna be like that because it's just a
I doubt it.
wildly different game.
Yeah. And they're not like having to deal with any like majorly complex system mechanics.
Yeah, this is mostly a game that has existed in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Diablo with a bit of exploration crafting. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's adding some fancy rhinestones to the wheel. Sometimes it's all you want it.
Exactly.
Okay, so why did we return to the same place 3 times?
Because we have to go up.
Okay. I saw you jump into the Mystic Melody portal.
Here we go.
Like twice, and I'm sitting here really
Also, hello,
confused.
Mystic. It's lovely to see you. We aren't doing Dino Crisis now. We're doing fucking Sonic 2 because I didn't want to use my brain and
Ultimate
She
victory.
wants to see her Shadow the Hedgehog.
listen. Sonic Adventure 2, I still sometimes have to use my brain, but it's usually a puzzle that I can figure out on my own.
Stage select.
Versus, I need a guide. I need a guide. I need a guide.
Yep. Yeah, it's not something where you need like explanations for what's going on. It's just it's simple.
Yeah. So I'm like, let's at least
Trimple.
get to 2 hours. So at least 2 hours on Sonic Adventure 2. Like that's fun.
Hang on, wait, 2 hour mark for stream, or we were
For stream.
2 hour mark? Okay.
Why?
Well, because what you said could be interpreted 2 different ways. It could be I want to play Sonic Adventure for 2 hours, or it could be I want to go until I hit 2 hours.
Yeah, I want to go until I at least get 2 hours. I feel like that's not much for us. And if that just means
Understandable.
I'll like play Sonic Adventure 2 for a little bit, that's fine. Because I forget who said it, but it's stuck in my brain where it's like, you can tell when the streamer's not having fun, and I realized I was not having fun with Dino Crisis. And that just makes a worse viewing experience, you know? Oh, voices are a little quieter than the game. Give me a second.
Oh, uh-oh.
No, that's fine. Oh, no, that's not good. Oh god, hold up. Let me turn down the game audio a little bit. That might help. Sky, can you say something?
Tingus Bringus, I have
Okay.
Papingus.
Whereas I'm leaning a little bit away from the mic, so that might be part of why.
Oh, okay. Oh god, I can read unban requests. Some of these are funny.
Oh no!
I'm not gonna share them.
Okay, is that a little better, Mystic? I'm sorry about that. Okay, listen. I'm sure that's like a confidential thing, but like, I'm sure some of them are fucking hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like, surely some of them are like, please unban me, I'm sorry. And it's like, dude, you said like a slur in the group chat. We're not bringing you back. You know?
Yeah, like... one of the... God, I can't repeat what this is. One of these really aren't... Bro, you were so tone deaf. Oh wow, someone was really
Like, I
tone deaf.
am very pro, I believe people can grow from their mistakes. But like, I've also been on the internet long enough to know that not everyone will.
Alright, I feel this one's okay to share. Someone's unban request to just fuck you all. like they're not even like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's just, fuck you. Lol. Unban me.
You know, I obviously don't remember their username, but there was some person who I had to ban from the DDA server once who claimed they were going to make it like their life's mission to ruin me. And like, I don't know, I haven't heard from them in a while. And I'm gonna be honest, if you're still holding on to that grudge today, I don't know what to say.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think
Some
it's
people
because
just
I think
do
it's because
not-
they got banned and then they were like trying to ban evade, and that was a whole kerfuffle.
I guess.
But like they were trying to ban evade to like appeal, but I'm like, dude, like just no. You got banned for a reason, just accept it. But yeah, like again, I am very overall like, yeah, people can grow, people can get better. But also sometimes that growth involves, yeah, maybe what I said was wrong and people rightfully got rid of me. You know? I know I've said some shit that probably have made people go, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. And that's their choice to just not include me in their lives anymore. You know?
That's their prerogative, not your problem.
And that's just like respecting people's space. That's just a good thing to know how to do.
Yeah.
Hey, can you let me light dash? There we go.
Why would the game let you like that? You gotta spin around 3 times, touch your toes, and do the fitness gram pacer test before you can like that. Ruby?
Okay, come on. There's the missing
Did you know
chow.
the fitness gram pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test?
And like, yeah, I obviously don't want to like start throwing shit. I don't want to start, you know, getting into fights. But I just sit here and go, guys, it's the internet. I get it's really easy to fall into these patterns, but like, it's good for you too to also learn to let go of minor stuff, okay? Like, I'm patting you on the head and telling you this. As someone who notoriously let a lot of minor stuff get to her. Like...
Yeah. I was about to say...
Like, as someone who Lou has described is funny when mildly annoyed.
And to be fair to Lou, you are very funny when mildly annoyed.
Yeah, but you know... I'm like, I don't even want to say it's don't feed the trolls. Because don't feed the trolls is like old internet wisdom, right? Like, if someone's blatantly just trying to get your goat, just ignore them, you know?
Yeah.
That's one thing. But sometimes you just get into fights with people who genuinely believe the things they're saying.
Yeah.
And you just have to figure out how to navigate that. It sucks, but you gotta.
Yep. You just gotta figure out how to handle idiots on the internet.
And they might not even be idiots. You just might disagree.
Yeah.
But just, again, you gotta learn how to handle that.
The issue is when people take their disagreements as, like, personal attacks.
Here we go.
When the issue is just we have a difference of opinion.
Yeah, that's a very common issue that I've seen. And I'm not gonna pretend I'm immune to this. I'm not. Like, very few people are completely immune to this.
Yeah.
It's just... It does wonders for your mental health once you turn 30 and realize, wait a minute, this is internet drama.
This is internet drama. I don't need to let this dictate my life.
But, like, yeah, I still have opinions. Everyone who's on the internet does. But, like, I keep it as respectful as I can. I try not to just actively shit on people's different opinions.
But Ruby, what if you were, like, super evil and you started shooting people?
Why? Oh, there's a spike there on hard mode.
Oh. Would you look at that? Why'd they put a spike there?
Sky, why'd you put a spike there?
It wasn't me.
Yeah,
You think I can touch spikes?
You might be able to.
No.
Okay, that was not good. And now I'm grinding backwards. Beautiful. Oh god, they didn't have a good rail jump system.
No, they didn't. But you wanna know what game did have a pretty decent rail jump system?
What?
Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, that came out after this game, you goober.
I know, but Sonic Adventure 2 Zero Heroes 1. Take that!
Yeah, we're Sonic Heroes. Is that literally how Team Sonic's story ends?
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna be real, it's Sonic. Were you expecting something not cheesy?
You see, I don't mind You know what? Nope, we're going back to level select. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna do City Escape for no reason. Because I'm allowed to.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south.
I
Block all major roads.
literally thought what you thought or bought.
And listen, I don't even think Sonic Heroes is a bad game, it's just got issues, but it was from the era of this Sonic game sure does have issues. In fact, we're still kind of in that era, honestly.
Well, I don't know. Frontiers at least released in a completed state that didn't feel...
Oh, have you seen the pop-in in Frontiers? It's bad.
Yeah, but hang on. Let me put it this way. It's not Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where the game was actually unplayable.
Sky, I literally got into an argument about this. People are actually more willing to forgive Scarlet and Violet than Sonic. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but you go to Area Zero, and the game tanks in half offline.
They
This
generally,
is the
they're
same console
generally
that can
people.
play Breath of the Wild fine.
This is also the game that can play Monster Hunter Rise, by the way, and Rise is not like completely lightweight.
CD Projekt Red found a way to get Cyberpunk on Switch 2, and it somehow runs fine.
And like, I get that the difference in enjoyment is going to be different between a turn-based RPG and a fast-paced action game. I get it. But
Yeah,
it
but
also,
the other
like,
thing about the fun-
I hate to break it to you, Sky, I know people who will literally say the opposite. that they didn't mind the performance issues in Scarlet and Violet, but it really bugged them in Sonic.
You know what, Ruby? No, I'm not apologizing. I am just going to crash out.
Okay, I mean, you're allowed to. I'm just saying, like, these people do exist. I know several of them.
I get these people exist, and they're just wrong. Look, okay. There's a difference. When Sonic Frontiers has frame dips, it's brief, typically. There were some issues at launch, but typically it is a consistent
the biggest issue is
situation.
the pop-in. Whenever
Yeah.
you have to do jumping style, like platforming for over a long chunk of the island is kind of bad.
Yeah. Legitimately, if the worst thing you have about a game is the pop-in and not the consistency of which you play the video game, like, yeah, if Sonic Frontiers had an issue where it kept jumping from 60 to like 45 FPS consistently, I could understand people's gripes and I wouldn't be defending it. The fact is, Sonic Frontiers at the very least maintains a frame rate that is consistent and bearable versus Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which decide as soon as you hit the Area Zero Underground, the game is going to play at half of the frame rate it does for the rest of the game. And then as soon as you
chat,
leave
do you want me to make
the
Sky
ground-
crash out even harder?
How? How could you make me crash out harder?
But
If
it
you
plays
mention
better on the Switch too.
That's not the point! You have a Okay.
No.
Sonic
I know.
Frontiers,
I just
it's the
that was going to
tiniest
make you crash
amount
out
of
harder.
passability because it was designed multi-platform. None of the platforms Sonic Frontiers released on was like how Monster Hunter Wilds released on PC, where just one version is so ultimately unplayable that it is a detriment to your experience. Frontiers, at the very least, was consistent across all of the platforms it released on.
Now, just as a note, I can give a lot of design-level critiques about Frontiers.
Oh, no, I'm not sitting here saying Frontiers is a flawless, perfect game, but it had an idea and a concept that it stuck with.
Because, like, some of those time trials, it's nasty. Completing a map for collectibles, annoying as hell even on the first one. Some of these grind sections are fucking obnoxious, and I hate them. And then,
Yeah,
I think it was a really bad idea that they listened to the people who said the game was too easy when they were designing the final boss update. Like, that shit is cracked and it's not fun as a casual player.
Yeah,
but, like, you can see how, like, I have got genuine design issues versus, you know, there's some pop-in that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah. Alright.
You good?
Hang on. Let me get back to
Pokemon?
raving at fucking Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. My problem with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is not necessarily that the gameplay is bad. It's
the
that it's
same basic
inconsistent.
gameplay we've had since Gen 6. If I'm being generous.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be frank. I have more complaints about Sword and Shield than I do Scarlet and Violet. And that's saying something. I fucking hate Sword and Shield. My
No, it's
issue is that Game Freak has a set amount of time to develop a video game. They know ahead of time.
They know
what
that they're
engine
expected
it
to
is
shit
going
out
to
a game every 2 to 3 years, yes.
It's closer to 3 to 4, actually. Well, now it seems to be. They seem to be giving them more time
Yeah.
after the fiasco that was Sword and Shield. Because they did give them... Did
More
Sword and
time,
Shield drop? Sword and Shield. Pokemon. Hey, hang on. If I'm gonna rant and rave, I might as well be factual. Okay. Released November 15th, 2019.
Yay.
Scarlet and Violet. Released 2022. November 2022. Okay, so about 3 years. Actually, almost to the day 3 years. Right? No, 4 years. 19, 20, 21, 20, okay, no, 3 years, 3 years. I can't count. All right. So Game Freak as a company knows that in 3 years' time, they need to dedicate resources to a game that has an engine that is going to be locked in, that has the Pokemon
They
that are
know the
likely
parameters of the console they're designing for.
Yeah, they know the parameters of the console they are designing for. Game Freak likely knows that the Nintendo Switch 2 is some ways away. So they need to design for the current hardware and then maybe give benefits to the game should newer hardware come. What that means is, at bare fucking minimum, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet should have ran at a consistent 30 FPS on Nintendo Switch 1. If it ran at 30 FPS the entire experience, barely dipped, I wouldn't be here complaining about it. I'd just say, you know, I kind of don't like that Pokemon is going this open world route, and it kind of annoys me, and I don't like how Cyclozar / Miraidon
Do you want me to be
Koraidon
honest
work.
about the open world thing? I think for Pokemon it's a little overrated.
But yeah, I don't find it fun.
Because I know
Mostly
why the fandom started thinking this way, by the way. Because they were going, oh man, I had a lot more fun with Pokemon back in Gen 1 to 3. Because that's when I was a kid and I started playing the game, right? Or like Gen 1 to 4, whatever. And they went and they analyzed it and went, oh, clearly what made it better is there was a lack of focus on story in Gen 1 and 2, and you could skip gyms. Because that was the non-linearity argument I kept hearing. So they think the way forward to make a better Pokemon game is to make it more open. Turns out that's not really the solution here.
Yeah. The solution is to just not restrict the player in exploration, not necessarily restrict, give them open world. Anyway. Plus, I think the way they did it was fucking stupid. I don't like the fact that extremely early in that you could just literally fly around for free on Koraidon and Miraidon.
Well, I think when I was looking at it, my big issue design-wise was I was like, yeah, it's open, but there's still blatantly a linear path to follow.
Yeah,
because
it's not
there's
doing
just different
the thing everyone
zones
thought
that are just better for leveling. Or for, like,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's not-
Like, there are specific zones based on level, is what I mean.
Yeah, it's not doing the thing people wanted it to do that got talked about in, like, Origins and stuff, where, oh, the gym leaders will update their team depending on how many badges
They had the perfect
their
chance to do that.
challenger
It
has.
is not even that hard. ROM hacks do that.
Yeah. They didn't do that. There is a linear order to the gyms. It's just, you aren't
can
rewarded.
challenge them out of order.
Yeah, you can, but there's not any benefit to doing so. And part of it's like, you can get away with it because of XP candy.
Yeah.
Like, Alright.
He returns.
Hey,
Sky. Sky, he returns.
Oh no.
Well, like, listen,
Alright.
if you didn't like the anime in Gen 5, I get it. I still think Gen 5 was probably one of my favorite Pokemon experiences, if I'm being honest.
So, real quick, before I finish yapping about Scarlet and Violet, and read myself out of breath. The thing a lot of people felt about Gen 5 at the time, it was, A, fatigue, because Gen 4 had finished, and people kind of wanted more Gen 4, if I guess is the way I would put it.
I can elaborate
And
a
when Gen-
little bit further. Specifically, Gen 4 kind of set a very blatant formula that Gen 5 took from and expanded with its narrative.
Yeah. Yeah. But what got a lot of people rubbed the wrong way was they were almost trying to do a Kanto reboot, and people weren't happy.
Okay, so here's my thing with that. I sort of get it, I mostly disagree. Because a lot of times people bring up, like, oh, all these designs look the same, and that's like, this is the regional bird. Are we saying that
No.
Sinnoh
No. Hang on.
is
Let me
a
elaborate.
Kanto ripoff? Because it
Let
has
me
a bird?
elaborate. No, that's not quite what I mean, Ruby. What I mean is Gen 5 had a extremely similar number of Pokemon as Kanto.
Right.
It has the same setup. It has all of the Pokemon filling the same general aesthetic vibes as Kanto Pokemon. And its identity was, oh look, it is a reboot of Kanto. We will not let you get any other Pokemon because we want the shining focus to be on these 150 odd new critters we made.
Right,
Like,
but like you can
no
still
one
transfer
was sitting here
post-game.
saying, "Oh, Talo is a copy paste of Pidgeot," because typically what tends to happen is, "Oh, well, all of my favorites are still here and it's easier to get." What happens is, I feel like the best way I can put it is this: if Pokemon Black and White was named Blorkomon, people would be mad and call it a Pokemon ripoff. Because they're filling a dex full of things that match the exact niches down to almost like the design and layout of how the map works to match how Kanto works.
Again, Yesence? I get where you're coming from, and part of this is just due to the fact that they had to make a whole new batch of Pokemon that filled roles that were largely cemented, not just in Kanto, but in the franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, you were going to have a completely new regional bird. You were going to have new regional bugs. That you were going to have a new regional pseudo. No one was complaining about that. But,
yeah,
you know,
that's not the part that's
when we have the pollution Pokemon and now it's garbage instead of a cloud, that's the problem.
Yeah. No, the issue is this. When you go through Gen 4, you are seeing your new Pokemon that are indeed taking some places. Oh, I'm getting Starly instead of Pidgeot. However, as you are going through it, you are still seeing your classic Pokemon you are familiar with. You're still seeing Geodude. You're still seeing Hoot Hoot. Hoot Hoot was catchable in Sinnoh, by the way. Just all of these like older faces
You know
are
what?
coming in.
I'll have my I'll be mean moment. If you were crashing out over Gen 5 and you're defending modern Pokemon rosters, I can't take the argument seriously.
No, Ruby, let me finish. The argument a lot of people have about Black and White 1 was... It feels like you are telling me, fuck you, I don't get my guys until I finish this game, and you are it feels almost disrespectful. It's, oh, no, honey, we don't have Pidgeot, we have P-Dub. It's McDonald's at home syndrome, and you're doing that with a bunch of customers. So people are like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but like you just use the regional bird again. We don't have Pidgeot, we have Halo.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. In a lot of games, oh, we don't have Pidgeot, we have this.
No, I'm just saying, if you want to make this argument,
I don't need to wait to the end of the game.
Like,
All right, Ruby, let me put it... I'm trying to phrase it in a way I can think of. As I played through Sinnoh, if I wanted an older Pokemon because maybe I didn't like Luxray, the game wasn't flipping me the bird and saying, fuck you, you're using Luxray. It's going, okay, well, do you want Magnemite? Do you want Pikachu? Whereas Unova in Black and White 1 was like, no... You're taking this you're taking Emolga because that's what we're giving you,
but
and you don't get an option.
That's just not true because you have other regional Pokemon to pick from.
But no. But that's what I'm
because
getting
you might
at.
not pick Emolga,
You
but
had
maybe you like
other-
Zebstrika instead.
But Ruby, you get what the argument I'm like trying to equate to is. All right, you
Kind
don't like
of,
our
I just
new
don't think it's a good
designs. Well,
argument.
you have... No, Ruby. When someone says your comfort item is taken away, you don't get any of it. People get mad. You couldn't catch Pikachu until post game. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Oh yeah, Gen 5 had the high EV. Black and White 2 remedied this problem, and that's why I think anyone complaining about Gen 5 is like, just play Black and White 2.
Also Gen 5, its Evo levels were high, which were mostly fine on its own level curve. It became a problem once these Pokemon got distributed to other games.
Yeah, Unova had an oddly high level curve. Like, Elite Four was genuinely like 60s. I think 70s. Wasn't it? Iris was like 70, level 7.
It wasn't that high, I think. Well, like, yeah, it was still high enough that, like, Hydreigon evolving at 64, not that bad.
Then Elite Four was mid 60s to early 70s. Then wasn't it?
I think so.
Because by that logic, hang on, I have to see what Iris's levels were. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is people viewed the new designs as like Temu Pokemon at the time, and instead of being able to go, okay, well, sure, these Temu Pokemon are here, I'll just use the Pokemon I like, and then Black and White 1 going, you can't until you finish the game, which is when most people check out and don't bother playing anymore.
Yeah, that is kind of the crux of the problem, is, like, people stop playing after the credits in this franchise.
Yeah, and that's the crux of the issue Gen 5 had at the time. Oh, well, I don't like these Pokemon... Alright, Gen 4. If
and
you hated every Gen 4
I never
Pokemon
had this
design,
problem. I also didn't have this problem, because usually my favorite part of a new region was seeing the new Pokemon. Not playing with the same toys I'd had forever.
No, obviously, but when Gen 5 was around, we were at 550, I think? Something like that. When Gen 5 was around, and between Gen 3 and 4, people could legitimately go, oh, I don't like Hoenn Pokemon for whatever stupid reason. But it's okay.
I have bad taste, and I don't like Tyranitar.
Well, Tyranitar's Gen 2.
I know. I'm just bringing up an example. Maybe you just hate Tyranitar with a burning passion for no reason.
Yeah. But what I'm getting at is, in every prior game, it was, oh man, I sure don't like Buizel, but it's okay, I can use Slowpoke. Oh man, I sure don't like Luxray, but it's okay, I can use Raichu.
Right, but like I said, my example is like, okay, maybe I'm not a fan of Emolga, but I've got Zebstrika if I want to use an electric type, that's not bad. Now, the issue is, admittedly, you get a Moxie Crocodile and you just win the game.
No, yeah. But I'm more so saying, from the stance of someone going, oh man, I don't like these new designs, but I sure do like Y. Because yes, in that scenario, oh, I don't like Emolga, I can pick Zebstrika. That's a fair argument. I don't like Conkeldurr and Sock or Rock. In most other games, Machamp is like around.
Yeah,
you can find it.
Like, I will fully admit, yes, if you don't like any of the type reps that you usually like playing a type rep of, it sucks.
Yeah, and
Sock, Throw, and Conkeldurr, they're a little muppety. I get it.
Yeah.
They all have a very similar design vibe that you might not click with.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the argument I'm getting at. At that exact point in time, people were very attached to the Pokemon they had liked. And this was before people had like learned to love Gen 5 designs. People hated nearly every Gen 5 design I could think of. I
still have to live with ice cream and trash can jokes. I was there during that era. I was an adult, Sky.
But like, it went as far as people going, oh, Haxorus is ugly. Oh, this is
they're
ugly.
wrong.
Oh, like, even... Yeah. Oh, Hydreigon looks ugly. And, this, that, and the other thing looks ugly. Where, like, no one wanted to admit a Gen 5 Pokemon looked cool.
Yeah, because doing so would admit maybe the garbage isn't that bad.
Yeah. But people also did that for Gen 4, just to a lesser extent.
People also did it with Gen 3 and Gen 2. You're right. Like, it happens every gen, but in Gen 5 there wasn't the fallback. You're right.
Yeah, and that was why it got hate at the time. There wasn't a fallback. There wasn't, I can't go back to my old reliables if I don't like these new Pokemon. And that's why Gen 5 got stuck with the hate for so long.
And if I might add, Gen 5 still didn't sell badly. Like, it still did great. It's just, it sold the worst
Gen 5
for Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you have to keep in mind, it wasn't just people hating Gen 5. This was also the third entry on a console whose successor was already commercially available.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a mix of, like, they had to design Black and White to work on the DS. Because, honestly, at the time, I don't even think Nintendo themselves were convinced if they wanted to leave the original DS.
I'm assuming part of it
So
was
like
they
when
were
the
making
game...
the 3D models. Because do you remember the Pokédex 3D Pro? That and the Dream Raider were, like, the two pieces of Pokemon, like, mainstream connectable kind of contents.
Yeah. But, hang on, how do I put it?
On the 3DS specifically.
When the 3DS first came out, I feel like Nintendo was going for a very similar situation to how they handled the Game Boy at launch, where they were unsure if they wanted to truly completely shift over to this new technology, so they wanted them both to be in sync at the same time.
Yeah. And also,
Which was why
I can go on about people misunderstanding N, because they misunderstand the story of Pokemon X, the Black and White, so badly.
No, a lot of people
like
do.
As much as, like, yes, in the end, Team Plasma is Pokemon PETA, and they're bad people. Like, yeah, that's kind of the point. You figure it out fast, because it's not about figuring out the mystery or asking a deep moral question. Because Pokemon has been answering the question that Team Plasma proposed since Gen 1. Pokemon and people grow better together. You were never going to be in a scenario to question this.
No, yeah.
Instead, it's about deprogramming a cult baby. That's the story. You are convincing N that he was wrong and needs to rethink his worldview.
Yeah. Alright, now I remember where I was going. So at the time, they didn't want to make a Pokemon game that cut out a lot of their audience that had bought into the DS.
Mm-hmm.
Because the DS is still, like, what, top 3 selling console of all time?
Yeah, no, the DS sold numbers.
Yeah. So they didn't want to have the 3DS, which at the time was not making the numbers they wanted.
Ironically,
so they were
partially because it didn't have a Pokemon game yet.
Yeah, but you can understand the concern.
Yeah, no,
hey,
the first, like, 2
we
years
don't want
of
to
the
cut
3DS
out...
had no software. Like, as much as it's a great console now.
Yeah, they didn't want to go, oh, we want to cut out all of these... God damn it, someone just posted something.
And that's kind of the thing, Judith. Like, that's kind of the story, and I appreciate it. Is that literally N is shocked to hear your Pokemon love being with you despite knowing you for less than a day.
Yeah.
Because he's never been around Pokemon who like people.
Yeah. Hell, they did this in the first movie. Where Pikachu's straight up like, Mewtwo, you're an idiot. I like hanging out with this moron.
Yeah. And, like, this is the deep friendship Pokemon's always tried to sell, but has kind of stumbled on recently, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, part of it's because for so long, the outlet they had to, like, show that was Ash, and they have, like, finally retired him as a character, and now they need to find other ways to do this.
Yeah, and, like, we get cute, comfy stories, and that's fine, but it rarely feels that deep, if I'm being honest.
Well, to be fair, it doesn't have to. Like, yes, Digimon Adventure did a somewhat good job of trying to get the monster buddies to bond with the humans, but you also gotta realize sometimes you just need a cute little critter and a guy.
No, I get that, but
people's imagination fill the rest.
You know my motto, right? You've seen my VTuber model? The monsters we make speak to us, and we should listen to them more. And Digimon understands that to a T. Pokemon misses the memo a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm not even gonna say, like, oh, it's bad. Like, I didn't play Scarlet and Violet, but Arvin and his old dog, I was like, yeah, that is sad. But what makes it Pokemon? That's what I was sitting there reading the dialogue, watching the cuts. I was like, yeah, this is sad. This is a relatable story about a boy and his dog. But what makes it Pokemon? And I just couldn't answer that, you know?
To me, what makes it Pokemon is the idea that Pokemon's tried to sell that, like, you and your Pokemon are supposed to be lifelong companions. It's something like
I'm staring at the
separating
screen
you
so very hard right
is-
now after you said that. I'm sorry.
What?
Because, yeah, I get that that's a message you could take from it, but Pokemon's actions since Gen 8 have not been developmental to that.
No, and I'm not saying they have. I'm just saying that, like, the message they try to sell is that a Pokemon is your lifelong companion. And it's why we have, like, the Gardevoir short where the kid finds the Ralts and they grow up together, and the Gardevoir is, like, so distraught that he has to go to work that she follows him around, and that they bond so close she can finally Mega Evolve and this and that. It's something they try to sell outside of the video games. And usually
that's
the way they
problem.
sold that was through
Yeah.
Ash. And now that they can't rely on Ash and Pikachu being the way they push that message, they're
It's
trying
these-
to find other ways to push it.
But then it's these one-off shorts, and it's like, okay, but, like, you get that, like, the majority of people are interacting with your franchise through the medium of the video games, right?
So, actually, no. As much as I'd love to say you're correct, a lot of people are interacting through merchandise.
Well, Yesens, like, I completely
No,
agree.
not even
yes.
yes, yes.
Sky, let me
More-
finish. Sky, let me finish. Yes, I am aware that a substantial number of people just buy merch. They usually get attached to that merch because of their experiences in other media, though. Just selling a plush of the latest starters, that's fine, but people aren't emotionally attached to these starters until they've done something with those starters.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't have to be emotionally attached to them. A lot of people just think they're really cute and buy them because they're fucking goobers.
Then why are we bothering with this friendship message? Because it's a bad look to just say,
they're-
yeah, buy our merch.
No. Ruby, let me put it this way. They're bothering with the friendship message because it's like a cult. If you repeat a phrase enough, or repeat a message enough,
I don't know if we
people
want to
will-
go down the route of Pokemon fans are brainwashed.
Yeah, because literally the franchise tries to brainwash people. Why do people like all of these things? Oh, well, because Pokemon are supposed to be lifelong friendships. Well, what makes a Pokemon friendship last so long? Oh, I don't know. And that's why it's always
Because
story
here's-
story, and
here-
why all of these different shorts are going through the effort of, like, instilling this idea of having a Pokemon since you're a little baby and growing old with it.
Which is an experience you could actually relate to, huh, Sky? I lived in a pre-Pokemon world, you did not.
Oh, well, yeah. No. Actually, no. Perfect example. The reason I love Piplup to death is because that was my starter.
Yeah, but, like, that you get my point where I went, okay, but, like, you had an experience before you decided you like Piplup. You didn't just see Piplup
Yeah.
plushies and go, he's my guy. You went like, yeah, I saw this guy, I used him, I loved him, yada yada.
Well, okay. Hey, hang on. A little column A, little column B. I was a little kid and went, oh man,
Like,
a water
yes,
type.
I
like
get
water
you.
Pokemon.
I picked Charmander as my first Pokemon. I get it.
Yeah.
But also, like, if Charmander sucked to use, I probably wouldn't have liked Charmander as much.
Yeah, I can see that. And anyway, well, technically Gen 1 Charmander did suck to use. You got
Okay,
fucked over.
if it was Chikorita Gen 2 frustrating to use.
Yeah.
Because, like, listen, as much as you can get through Gen 2 with Chikorita, it's a lot of stall. It's not very fun.
Yeah.
Again, if you like Chikorita, power to you. I support your love of Chikorita. But there's a reason it mechanically did not click with a lot of people, and that's because this franchise is press A to Unga.
Yeah. Anyway, more to what I was talking about.
Sorry.
Pokemon has since been trying to, like, skip this message. Or, like, they're cutting out the middleman. I guess is a way to put it. They realize that enough people will look at a goober, pick one of the 3 goobers, and go, this is my team.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, like, kind of dogmatize people into what their favorite team is. And then go, and then give, like, the Pokemon messaging of, this is my little buddy, and, you know, friendship is forever.
Don't you
blah,
want your
blah,
ace
blah,
in your shoulder,
blah.
Mom? Because those are like the 2 biggest
Yeah.
archetypes in
No,
fandom.
exactly.
Who's your Charizard? Who's your Pikachu?
Yeah.
Like, for lack of a better term, these are the archetypes. Who's the strongest motherfucker on your team, and who's the mascot of your team?
Exactly.
You know?
Because
and sometimes
if
they
you
can
look
be
at,
the same thing, by the way.
Because if you look at every popular Pokemon in generation since Alola, that's the Pokemon that get popular are the cute motherfuckers
And the
or the
fursuits,
really
I mean, what?
cool looking motherfuckers. I would go for. Oh, well, okay. That's
Listen,
a different
Inteleon
argument.
did
Okay, so
numbers,
a
and
good
I will
example.
forever hate Inteleon for that. It did not
Exactly.
deserve to do those numbers, I'll say it. I do not like the
No,
Yowie Hands
that's-
Lizard.
It absolutely didn't. But
It insists upon itself.
super popular Gen 8 Pokemon, Snom. Why was Snom
Because he's a little
popular?
guy.
I'll give you a hint. Because he wasn't very good. It's because he's a little guy. Masquerada was popular.
Because
Well,
people
yeah,
want to
that's
fuck it.
Yeah, okay, that's not dodging reality.
That's not even a joke. That's like 90% of the reason that
No.
it got big, Quaxaval got big, Inteleon got big, Cinderace got... People want to fuck them.
Yeah. I promise you, the people that want to fuck him probably didn't play Sword and Shield.
No, they did.
I've met a number of furries that straight up admit they hate Pokemon, but they fuck Cinderace.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
They have not, like, these are people that have not played since Gen 3.
Again, I fully believe that's a substantial portion. It's distressing how easy it is. Like, you make a cute guy, you make a cool guy, or a guy that people want to fuck. That's like Pokemon's design document at this point.
Yeah, and actually, hang on. Let me look at, like, the most popular Pokemon on poll. Because it's one of those things where it's like,
Greninja ruined
I
Future
feel like
Force.
most...
Because
no,
Greninja
But
did
kind
numbers,
of what
and that's why we're stuck with Pokemon with jobs forever.
Yeah. Hang on. But more to the crux of what I'm, like, trying to get at is there's a reason most of the super popular Pokemon are from earlier generations, and then, like, there's random exclusions.
Yeah, well, partially it's because Pokemon picked
Like
up again in Gen
Greninja.
6. Like, it blew up in popularity between Gen 6 and COVID. Like, there's no denying this, right?
Yeah.
But, like,
yeah.
you have to realize then, as a result, that means people are going to have the most nostalgia for Gen 1, because, listen, I lived through this, okay? I went from Pokemania to Gen 2, where people were still like, Pokemon's cool, it's a little lukewarm, though. To Gen 3, where, like, I had to play that shit in private, because I would get made fun of if I was caught playing Pokemon. And that pattern
Yeah.
roughly continued until Gen 6. Where, like, every generation was a little less popular than the previous, and then Gen 6 blew the fuck up. You know?
No, yeah. Because it was around the time of, like, people... how to put it? It was around the time where it was nostalgic enough to where people wanted to go back.
Yeah. The 3DS was also doing numbers.
I
that
guess
was just
that's, like-
helpful.
Yeah. At the time it was.
Yeah. And
Right, God damn it. Where is the fucking favorite Pokemon poll? I know there's one for like... Here, Johto Time's favorite Pokemon poll.
But yeah, like, it was... I was sitting there playing Pokemon as it was getting less and less popular, but I don't care for the direction it's been going since it's gotten popular again. Not because
Yeah.
I hate that more people like the thing I like. I just don't agree with a lot of design decisions, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, listen, I also kind of agree, like... Okay, people who were invested in Pokemon hated Gen 6 for being too easy, yes. But it sold like numbers and people loved the ease of like getting into competitive it presented, which has kind of been a pattern for every game released since.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, actually, fuck, no, I can't, I shouldn't use this.
And the problem is,
When
a
was
lot
the
of the people
last
who
big
complain that
poll
Gen 6 was too easy, by the way, most of them have stopped playing the game at this point. They've moved on to games that challenge them. Because Gen
pretty much.
7, slight uptick, but it was mostly just there are some boss battles you might lose a Pokemon to, rather than this is genuinely difficult, if I'm being honest.
Alright, here we go. So, favorite Pokemon of 2024. Granted, this is a Reddit poll. This is not from the official Pokemon Company.
I
There
mean,
were
it's still a
40,000
substantial
Yeah.
sample size, though.
Exactly. There was 41,000 total selections, or 41,000 total votes. Charizard was number 1, followed by Bulbasaur, Gengar, Umbreon, Eevee, Flygon, Gardevoir, Metagross, Swampert, and in a 3-way tie, Snorlax, Arcanine, Lucario.
Yeah, and you'll
we
notice it's
see a
either like the
pattern?
most popular Pokemon of a generation, or it's Gen 1.
Yeah.
And like, listen, I will sit there and say,
Are-
yeah, Gen 6 was bafflingly badly easy. Especially if you got the Speed Boost Torchic event early.
Yeah, no. Well, even without the Speed Boost Torchic event, it was brain dead.
Oh no, I'm just putting into perspective, you also had a Pokemon that just breaks singles available to you for the first 3 months.
Yup. What was it? Okay. Oh, and Ruby, by the way, that was based only on this is my #1 favorite, not like a vote for my top. I think they did like you can vote top 10.
Oh, okay, yep. Sorry, I twisted my foot bad.
Ooh, oh no.
Hello, Zero.
Hi, Zero.
We're complaining
All right.
about Pokemon and having intellectual discussions.
Okay.
If
Well, I'm gonna derail that completely because I just took a nap where I had the wildest fucking dream, and I need to share it. I need to
share with the class. Hurry, before it leaves your
Okay.
brain.
Class.
So, I had a dream that Timmy Turner got
Okay, already
drunk,
a wild
right?
start. Got it.
Already a wild start. Timmy Turner, who was standing in for me, interacting with all my friends at their houses and all that, has my relationship with them, but it's Timmy Turner, okay? Entirely Timmy Turner. Timmy Turner gets blackout drunk one night and wakes up inside a mall, carrying a signed copy of the novel Elphaba, a novelization of what happened to Elphaba the Wicked Witch in the stage play Wicked.
I'll be
It
honest.
was carrying a signed copy of that.
Yeah.
Let him finish.
Yeah, no, I'll give
Yeah.
my opinions about Wicked after.
Yeah. And on the back of a certificate of authenticity is written a suicide note to all of my friends.
Timmy Turner,
and
you rat bastard.
Jesus.
and they are dressed in drag. And in fact, they got taken to the mall by a drag queen that, like, found them and stopped them from killing themselves. Especially because they had apparently gotten, like, promised to marry some random girl they met at a gay bar during this blackout drunken haze.
Okay.
They contact one of my friends, and they tell her, like, hey, I need you to come pick me up at this mall. Some shit happened.
There you go. Okay.
And my friend comes to pick them up. They have a sit down with all my friends. Do not reveal the suicide note, but reveal, guys, I think I'm trans. And so Timmy Turner begins the process of becoming trans.
While stealing your identity, by the way.
While stealing my identity, by the way. And, like, in the process of becoming trans, also decides, by the way, I want to be, like, a bubblegum pink, like, alt-girl clown.
No, that
like,
part's believable.
Like, that's the aesthetic I want to go for as a trans woman. And while this is happening, Cosmo and Wanda show up. They're here. They're part of this now. And apparently, because their godchild is becoming trans, they are changing who they are, in a way. Not that they are becoming trans, but Cosmo is becoming the, like, responsible, like, down-to-earth one, which in this instance means he's becoming, like, very active and, like, workout focused. He still doesn't, like, want to work or do a real job, but he's the down-to-earth wise one now. So it's Cosmo if he were the wise one, but he's still Cosmo for sure. It's still definitely him. Whereas Wanda is becoming the, like, silly one who doesn't know quite how to handle responsible things.
By the way,
she's still, like,
archetype
neurotic.
developments, because they both kind of just started off as idiots.
Yeah. And so Wanda's still the neurotic one, but she's also the one who's like, I don't know how to handle this, and so I'm just here trying to make sure everybody's smiling and having a good time.
Real.
And they're becoming that. And then out of fucking nowhere, Timmy's coming out, like going to school for the first time in his trans stuff, because apparently he's still going to school. And the day before school starts, when he's asking, like, Cosmo and Wanda, like, hey, does my ass look fat in these overalls? Like, can you see my bulge in these overalls?
And you're watching
I'm
all
worried
this
about
from
that.
third person with your identity stolen,
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
third person. I'm like a floating ghost watching all this happen. Out of nowhere, I shit you not, enemy samurai break into my house to attack Timmy Turner. And it turns into a full-on Red Dead Redemption Ghost of Tsushima ripoff, where the now trans Timmy Turner apparently is part of a prophecy that he will prevent a, like, evil shogun from taking over the land. So they attempt to preemptively kill him and, like, kill his entire family and all my friends and all of this, and, like, even Cosmo and Wanda somehow.
Wait, can you kill fairies?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then now, Timmy Turner, who is both fucking the guy from Red Dead Redemption and the guy from Ghost of Tsushima, are like, I must get vengeance. And wakes up inside a, like, old ranch house where they were saved by a cowgirl. And they wake up and they're like, it's time for me to go and do this. And everyone there hates her because she's trans, you see. And they're like, you tranny freak, get out. And, like, I'm just sitting there going, like, whoa, this is, like, why did you bother saving her then? I'm confused.
I know that she stole my identity, but come on, guys. He's civil here.
Yeah, and so she walks out and she has a samurai sword and a revolver now.
I'm sorry, Zero. You unironically in your dream went, I can excuse identity theft, but I draw the line of transphobia.
Yeah, apparently I did. And so, like, as she's leaving, she's trying to find the way out. And this guy with a straight-up bazooka says, you freak, get out of my house. And then he fires the bazooka, but what comes out is, like, a bowling ball-style pirate cannonball. and it just blows a hole through multiple walls of his house. And he sheepishly says, it kept going. You could just go. And then Timmy's leaving and is interrupted by a doctor who says, by the way, when you die, I'm going to study your corpse to understand why you're trans.
What?
And yeah, and like is about to like attack Timmy. He's like, I could just kill you here with my goon squad that were hiding in the shadows. And they're not like ninjas or anything.
What did you do before bed?
Nothing. I drank some milk.
Something caused this. This is not normal.
And like, the people leaking out of the shadows are not ninjas or anything. They're like 1950s New Yorker goons. Like a you got it, boss type of goon. And then Timmy blacks out again, wakes up like nearly backbroken, sleeping on the roof beam of a house that has been set on fire. Different house. And then becomes, I kid you not, a were-rabbit. To survive having her back broken and escape this burning house. And, like, manages to leave and, like, finds all these statues of other were-rabbits as she is leaving that she keeps grabbing their ass and then, like, grabbing her own ass as she walks out. And then manages to escape the burning house. And as she's, like, drawing her sword going, it's time to go to work, I wake up.
Fucking fascinating. What?
I wish I could explain any of this.
Because, like, it starts off
Zero.
weird, but, like, there's a through line of, like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm in for the ride.
Yeah.
Zero, what kind of drugs do you take before you sleep? That's
I just had some milk. That's all I got home, had a little bit of milk, and then I apparently fell asleep because I was tired. I was gonna do some grading on student papers, but I didn't. And then I wake up and this was the dream I had.
Fucking
Jesus
baffling. By the way, we
Christ.
stopped Dino Crisis because it was making my brain hurt, and I was tired of hallways, and I didn't want to look up a guide, so we swapped to Sonic Adventure.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And there we go with that. Like, you understand why I had to come in here and share that.
No, I
Yeah,
completely
no.
understand.
I needed this down for the record.
Like, oh god, that is gonna be on the VOD now. That is on the internet forever, Zero. Are you happy?
I'm fine with that. Maybe someone on the internet can explain what the fuck just happened in my brain.
Oh Jesus.
Ooh, who knows?
But yeah, you know,
Who
now that
knows?
we're back
It's
on,
crazy.
away from that, I have a weird experience with Wicked because I never watched the musical. Right, my only experience was listening to some of the audiobook, and after they mentioned her genitals like 3 times, I was like, why are we so fixated on this? I'm done. I'm out. I'm not listening to this.
Yeah, the audiobook is a very different experience.
Well,
It was
the
written
book,
by a
yeah.
game. Yeah, the book. The book was written by a gay man who straight up is kind of like misogynist in a very strange way.
No, and again, like they focus so much on she's
the
got a penis and a vagina, guys, so many times.
Yeah, he's got some like even weirder sex stuff. Like there's a whole thing where one of the side characters wants to join a fraternity, but the hazing for joining the fraternity is you have to have sex with a non-sapient, specifically wild animal.
Yeah, by the way,
they live in a
I
world
read
where
the
there are
synopsis
sapient wild
after I dropped this, and I went, how did people accept this as canon?
And like the reason Elphaba is green is because her mother was date raped by a guy who drank green potion. And I'm not like underselling that.
No,
Literally, that's the
literally
whole explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a weird. It's a
It is-
weird book. And
It is like the
literally-
first deranged, like, college AU fan fiction to ever
Well,
grace
no,
the
'cause-
market.
literally the only reason it has a Wizard of Oz branding is not because the guy likes the Wizard of Oz even a little bit. He did it entirely, and this is by his own admission, for recognition.
Yeah, because it was
He
public
knew
domain
no
at the
one-
time.
Yeah, he knew no one would read his book if it didn't have a brand attached, and so he attached Wicked.
Yeah,
or
listen,
he
I
attached
don't
the
know
Wizard of
how
Oz.
good the movie or the stage plays are. I cannot believe they got popular off of this.
Yeah, they're almost like they share a basic skeleton, but almost nothing else. It's wild.
Anyway, me and Sky have had stimulating discussions about Pokemon.
Okay, what were these stimulating discussions?
Stimulating. I think you mean me just fucking crashing out.
You see, it was really funny because I realized what made you crash out harder and I leaned into it. I don't even remember what it was anymore.
It was Scarlet Violet's performance on Switch.
Oh, right, because
Oh.
Sky was doing the thing where he complained about the performance. Partially because I was bringing up, like, yeah, Sonic Frontiers performance, it's got some pretty bad clip in. Like, sure. And then this went to Pokemon. And then, like, Sky was starting on the performance issues, so I just leaned in the mic. I said, but it's good on Switch too, Sky.
Alright, Zero, to give the, like, really quick TLDR, I think people were harping on the Sonic Frontier poppin' way too hard and not yelling and screaming about the Scarlet and Violet's performance problems hard enough.
Oh
Because-
no, people were. It's just that fans were insisting that it was okay, actually.
Yeah, but see, that's the funny thing, and to me, what's weird. To me, it is acceptable to have some amount of poppin' as long as the rest of the game functionally works, and it is working at a consistent level.
And I have my
Frontiers
numerous
on
design
launch.
issues with Frontiers. The
Yeah,
pop-in is
Frontiers
a
on
minor
launch.
issue.
Yeah, Frontiers on launch at least functioned as a video game, and the worst you could say about it is I disagree with how its mechanics.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
I
genuinely
disagree
was
with
like-
how its mechanics is
Yeah.
the only thing you could say in those exact words.
Yeah. Scarlet and Violet, you could go, I disagree with these overworld mechanics. Furthermore, this game does not function. It crashes.
Yeah.
And that's...
atrociously bad. Like,
Yeah.
And also,
Genuinely
we went into a little bit of discussion where, like, I think that Pokemon fans at the time, and possibly even now, vastly over prioritize the ability to do things a little out of order.
yeah. Completely. God, that people were marking that as a selling point. Like, I know I say that when I talk about the Crystal Clear ROM, but that's because it's novel that that's being done in a Gen 2 Pokemon card.
And if I might go on, like, this was like a major point, I believe, of like, there was like a Jello Apocalypse video about like how you would do this.
Yeah.
Like, that's the tier that we're
Yeah.
talking at. Like, people who are sort of fans of Pokemon were having very strong opinions about this is what made Gen 1 and partially 2 so good, is because you could do the game non-linearly.
And like, not really. In fact, for Gen 2 especially, but Gen 1 a little bit, the fact that you could do some gyms out of order is why the curve is fucked in the places it is.
Yeah.
Because they let you do the gyms in any order, but they don't adjust the curve at all.
Also, you know what? I'm going
like-
to stare at the camera for a second. Is anyone really doing Chuck after Jasmine unless they fucked up?
Yeah, like, no one actually is.
Like, you can.
And like,
but you're wasting
Yeah.
your time.
yeah, and like, not to keep sucking Crystal Clear the Crystal ROM's dick, but like, the reason doing it in any order works in Crystal Clear is because he found a way to have scaling teams from 1 to 16 for every gym leader.
Yeah, which is
So
the
no
thing
matter what
Pokemon
order
was trying to convince us was canon for a bit.
Yeah, and like they still don't have that. You don't actually get a differently scaled team depending on what order you do the gyms in, despite apparently being able to have this open world.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I can do the level 40 gym first, if there's a level 10 and 20 gym before them.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the level 10 and 20 gym to get as much experience as possible to make my experience easier.
Yeah.
It will make my rides smoother if I just play them in level order.
One of the worst things we got rid of was the Gen 5 bonus experience for fighting someone above your level.
Yeah.
That was genuinely
Because remember that... Yeah! Like, in Gen 5, if you managed to, like, underdog your way through a challenge, you were actually rewarded for it with more experience.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's small, but it's cool!
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, if you want to have the open world game with Pokemon, you have to have the open world game. That means you need to have an equal challenge no matter what direction you go in.
You know what, Junit? The actual irony is I unironically did that in a PTU game. Where we're like, yeah, no, I actually did punch above what Zero expected from me.
100%. Like, you came in slightly under-leveled and definitely, like, under-teamed.
Yeah.
And
it came down to the literal last roll.
Yeah, and Ruby fucking adored that, so much so that she hasn't responded in the game for, like, months.
I thought I was supposed to make a roll.
Yeah, did you?
No. I forgot what roll I was supposed to make.
No, but Zero, kind of part of what really has me with Scarlet and Violet is, from a design-wise, there's very little I can complain about. The big thing I complain about is the game gives you Miraidon/Koraidon way too fucking early and lets you explore around. I don't mean the Pokemon. I know you can't use the Pokemon.
You mean as an exploration mechanic? I get it.
I mean as an exploration tool. I think it's a little insane that you are given a tool that lets you fucking free fly wherever you want for no issue. There's not a stamina problem like in Breath of the Wild.
You know, can I maybe
go wherever you want, kid.
Just a second?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a fundamental difference in what exploration means to some people. Because to some people, exploration means I can go to that mountain immediately, right? But to other people, exploration means noticing details on otherwise straightforward routes and going, I can come back here and check that out later.
Yeah.
Like, Pokemon used to be good at that by putting in HM puzzles or like HM blockades
or
on
the
early
the
routes
Pokemon
that you
had stuff. Yeah, like we get it.
Yeah,
where you go,
yeah,
you will
that, like,
unlock more exploration as you play the game.
And I like the Pokemon ride system. I like not having to force us to have HMs, but still having that exploration progression.
My only quibble is I wish it'd be your own Pokemon, but I get it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too, is that I wish you could use your own Pokemon for the ride system, but that's so small.
Yeah, that is an aesthetics problem, not a gameplay problem.
Because I get it, you want to adventure with your buddies. If you have a Gyarados on your team, it'd be cool to be able to use Waterfall with it.
Exactly. But what you need to do is have a reason for us to go back. It's like, people harp on it about Johto and act like I'm overselling this, but the fact that Johto is a circle where every area in the region has a reason for you to come back and check it daily in the form of apricorns, berry bushes, or daily events implores you to keep playing in Johto and keep coming back
I will actually add to this.
Enjoying the game.
It does do that, but it doesn't feel like an obligation. Because if you're
you
like,
don't have to pick up the apricorn.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can do this daily. But unless you're after something specific, you probably don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like some of the rewards you get are sometimes super cool, like the Lapras that hangs out on Fridays at the bottom of Union Cave.
Yeah, no, that,
Actually,
it's super
kind of
cool.
like what Junie said. There was a Pokemon game that did exactly that, Zero, where they showed you which Goober you were using your super cool HM on, and it was the game no one liked.
Yeah, because
I mean, people didn't like it for a long list of other reasons.
okay,
Let's be entirely fair.
Well, yeah.
no, I get where Sky's
Yeah,
coming
but I'm
from,
just
but
saying-
also, yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was made for an even younger demographic than Pokemon's usual demographic, and that's saying a lot.
Although, yes,
Yeah,
even
and
they
it's
got
so-
that right.
Yeah. But moving back on to the discussion about Miraidon riding.
Yeah.
My problem is that there wasn't enough progression. It'd be fine if you cleared like 2 to 3 gyms and then you got to like fly around.
Yeah,
And
if
then
it's,
after
your
gym
gym
5, 6,
5
they
to
give you something
7,
else.
your gym 5 to 7 reward is finally you can fly.
Yeah,
Because
something like
yeah.
that. Even if it's like a dumb reason where, kid, we can't let you fly around Orange Academy, you're gonna have to keep this thing
No,
fucking grounded.
literally, they already have it baked in with the fucking sandwiches. They literally have the reason already baked in. You are slowly restoring your fucking Dragon Mount's power by feeding them the Herba Mystica. It's already baked in.
You're right.
They didn't have to come up with another reason. They just had to lock more features behind the Herba Mystica.
Yeah. And it's the fact they didn't, which leads me back to the rant I was having about Game Freak and how they fucking make games. They have a set date these games always come out at.
They
That
know,
is, like,
they know their
set
time limit
in it.
ahead of time.
Yeah. That is set in advance. They know they have a set budget and they will likely know what engine they have to develop on.
Mm-hmm.
Their focus should be making sure it launches stably, and that it doesn't fucking break. Guess what they failed at doing?
Like twice.
Every time.
Like, for as much shit as I give Sword and Shield, at the very least, I don't remember there being any
Wasn't
day
there at
one
first?
game-breaking impedance problems.
It's been a
They were
while.
just not... Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't have any game-breaking impedance problems. It was just ugly.
Yeah. Which, you could complain about something being ugly, that's not good either, but at the very least, they kicked it out the door in a stable state.
And if I might add, part of the reason people complained about the graphics was because the Pokemon Company kind of brought it on themselves when they announced the Dex cut. And that was one of the given reasons. I'm not saying that makes it like objectively you're right to call it ugly. I'm saying I get why people locked on to it.
Yeah, like like by saying this is about performance and graphics and models.
It was about graphics and
They
balance
invited
and
the-
workload, which in the end it was really just about workload.
Yeah.
It was about
Yeah.
workload,
And,
and
like-
should have just fucking said that.
Yeah. And like I genuinely think most people would have been like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. There's like 1,000 of these.
I
fucks.
don't like it because like I'm attached to a lot of the Pokemon that didn't make it in, but
Yeah.
also like
Well, and to
I
me,
get
what's
it.
crazy is that, like, most of the Pokemon that...
got
What
added in
in-
DLC, the exact thing they said they wouldn't do.
Yeah. To me, it's like, okay, no, the issue isn't any kind of storage problem. It's the issue that you guys are fucking can't do the work in time.
and also that you guys
Yeah.
feel the need to reinvent the wheel with things like the TM and TR system, which added more workload to your cells, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, kind of did.
Because by we had a largely static with small additions TM and tutor move system from Gen 3 to 7.
Yeah.
It was we had a few additions and a couple of swaps. Gen 8 complete rework.
Yeah.
And that was
I'm gonna
definitely
be
a
real.
workload for Game Freak. There's no denying that.
I'm gonna be very real. The fact that their issue for a lot of the marketing was, oh, but models. Okay, well, shouldn't that tell the Pokemon Company International, hey, we need someone dedicated to maintaining and keeping up with our
Wasn't that
Pokemon models?
You make
Creatures?
all
Wasn't
the money in the world.
Wasn't
you make all
that
the money
Creatures
in the
Inc.'s
world.
job though? Was doing sprites and models?
Yes, it is. Well, yeah, their idea. They are the we come up with Pokemon part of the company. They come up with new Pokemon. They make the models. They make the sprite. Anything that involves creating a Pokemon, that's Creature Company.
And also, like, this also brought up even more scrutiny, because once the game released, we literally looked at the models, and they were overwhelmingly just the 3DS models, with maybe a new texture.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying a new texture is not work, but it's not the same as a whole new match.
For 600 plus models, oh, absolutely, that's a lot of work. But
Yeah.
this is also where I'm going, you guys make all of the money. The Pokemon Company International couldn't
infinite money.
spare another $100,000.
By the way, I
So
realize
I
I'm
don't
being a
know.
bitch. I try not to do this negativity spiral, but it happens
No,
sometimes.
it's fine. We're allowed to
Not
rant.
No, this is a rant.
I'm
They
trying to
couldn't
be as
spare-
respectful and understandable as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't the case of understandable. This is the case of you couldn't spare the 100 to 200 grand to, I don't know, ask Genius Sorority to fucking maintain models for playability and animations.
Or
And that is their only job?
Just hire someone new, even or hire new people to replace old people for quality shit. Whatever you gotta do, you make infinite money.
But yeah, like,
But no,
Yeah.
again,
no.
these games are in the
The-
end
the-
still giving the main player base what they want. We're just not really part of that anymore.
Well, no.
Yeah,
even
the main
base
player
is-
base now is consumers,
And,
Well, yeah, like
basically.
because
like no,
even,
I can explain it. The main player base is either children, which is always going to be a non-zero number of people, or
Yeah.
it's a bunch of adults who this is their comfort game, because this is a game that has
Yeah.
largely remained unchanged for decades. So it's very easy to
But-
pick up, it's very easy to understand, it's got cute little
Yeah.
blurros to point out, and there's nothing wrong with enjoying Pokemon for that reason.
Yeah, no.
that's fine. But the issue is that both of those demographics are dropping off.
Yeah.
The child demographic is dropping off because so many adults are into Pokemon that children are starting to think that this is a game for old heads.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah,
as many kids buy it. And there's so much stuff that is just in here for old heads.
But it's
I'm
it's
sorry, the average
largely-
8
It's also largely
The average-
inconsequential outside of point and look at the thing.
Yeah, but the average 8-year-old doesn't care about what is the hardest challenge in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because it's a double battle with red and blue. And children nowadays are going, who the fuck are they?
And man, that was like a decade ago, Zero. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yeah. And
'Cause,
think of how much worse it's got.
The most
So
popular
actually,
Pokemon
real quick,
in-
Zero, I have a literal first-hand experience of this. So I
Yeah.
have started playing the Pokemon trading card game a lot more as of the last 6 months.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
What Pokemon brought back trainers Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
We do have a few kids who do show up and play very consistently. And I'm talking between the ages of 8 to 14.
The target demo, yeah.
Yeah. So they do consistently show up, and they're either into it because they're just kids and they're into it, or they're into it because their parents play it and they play it as a way to bond with their parents.
Which is
Yeah.
fine. There's nothing wrong with this.
I got that in Digicud nights when I would go sometimes. There were a couple kids that were there with their parents treating this as a parental bonding activity. And that's cute as hell. I love
it's
that.
literally the nerd, the 90s, 2000s nerd equivalent of playing football with your kid in the yard
Yeah.
playing couch.
Yeah.
Now,
But
real quick, most of
Yeah.
these kids did not know who most of the earlier trainers were.
Yeah, why
So
would they
they didn't
know
know
who
who-
Blaine is?
Exactly. They didn't know who Blaine was. They didn't know who Ethan was. They didn't know. Trying to remember who else was in that set, because it was a lot of like later trainers or like general organizations. Hang on.
They didn't
Cynthia.
know
Cynthia
Chuck
was one a lot of them didn't know. No, sorry. They knew who Cynthia was, but because there has been so many memes about Cynthia.
Also, BDSP
Yeah.
recently had the remake in Living Memory, so
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I though they were probably like 5 when that game, or well, I guess
But still,
they're-
there's
You know what I
there's
mean.
an explanation for how they could know
it's
Cynthia.
the same way of how, like, if your first
Yeah.
game was Gold and Silver, you probably knew someone who played Red and Blue.
Yeah,
yeah. Hang on.
but like,
Ah, shit, we got the
Rhyme.
pogo stick
But,
from
like-
the Chow Garden.
if you ask them who Blue was, you can't use the same defense of like, oh yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was recently. They probably know Blue from that, because Blue's not the rival in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah, but isn't he still the 8th gym leader?
He's the
Or
8th
no,
gym
Giovanni
leader.
is.
No, and Let's Go
oh, yeah,
Pikachu and
I
Eevee,
think
they
it is.
swap it up.
Yeah,
Because while it is a
So,
Red
like-
and Blue remake again, it's also not a Red and Blue remake again. It's very strange.
it's another.
It's a
alt
weird
universe.
pseudo sequel.
Yeah. So like, they're gonna be like, okay, who's Blue? Why does he matter to Red? In fact,
Why would
who's
I?
Red?
You know what? You know what? I just realized this is an equivalent for another fandom. Imagine if someone didn't know who Vegeta was, because Vegeta hasn't shown up in 3 series.
God.
Yeah. Okay,
No.
so
that
Blue
would be
is
launch.
in Let's Go as the 8th gym rematch.
Oh, okay. So if you challenge the 8th gym a second time, you'll meet Blue.
doing
It-
the thing
it
that most
is
people
Giovanni
don't do
the
with these
first
games. So doing the thing
Yeah.
that we established, like 80% of player base doesn't do and play the game after the credits.
Doesn't do. Yeah.
Yeah, the rematches are here like near exclusively for older players that want to like, you know, go through and have a challenge.
Yeah.
And by the way, I understand it's hard to juggle this, but there is just something to admit to. Hey, we should probably decide what our actual demographic is, because eventually, if your demographic is people who will buy Pokemon no matter what, that will get slimmer over time.
Yeah, because the second demo I was talking about we're losing is the people who play this because it's their nostalgia game that's mostly unchanged. Even they are getting mad. They are reaching the level of this game is too different from what I remember, or like
And
is
Ro-
no
and-
longer
and
giving
listen,
me
I know-
enough comfort to make up for the like aggravation.
And at this point, it's really, really easy to emulate the old games if that's what you're after.
Yeah.
Like, I get some people still choose not to, but it's really easy.
Unironically, that demo, instead of buying new games, is going to buy the like digital versions of the old games.
Which is what
Also,
we're
hello,
seeing.
Mike.
Yeah.
Hello, Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you have your
That's
PC
why there are
back,
people.
Michael.
Yes.
That's why there are people willing to pay $20 for Fire Red, Leaf Green digital.
Which, like, I'm gonna be honest, that part didn't tilt me as much. I think it still should have been $10 for each game, like 20 for the 2-pack, but like,
Yeah.
whatever. My bigger issue was the collector's edition, honestly. My bigger issue was
Yeah.
the fact that the collector's edition has empty boxes made to look like Game Boy Advance boxes, and then some Etsy merch.
Oh, it's disgusting. When I found out those boxes are
Yeah.
empty, they truly contain nothing, I got so mad.
Yeah, and then the other thing
because,
is, like, you
like,
get Bulbasaur,
genuinely, how
Charmander,
dare
and
you.
Squirtle in Etsy-etched crystal balls, which, I'm not joking, you can just find this shit on Etsy.
For like $20.
Yeah.
Like, and it just like blew my mind. I don't think I've been so upset about limited edition special merch since I found out about the Kamen Rider like evil candy cube you could buy like $60
For a resin
for like
cube,
6
yeah.
sheets of shitty plastic. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
not even a particularly big one that fits in the palm of your hand and it's just cheap plastic. I was like, I don't even care about Kamen Rider. I'm not gonna watch it. I never have watched it. And I'm mad for all the Kamen Rider fans.
Yeah, and like, you know what another an example of a really good collector's edition was, ironically? Not to jack off my other favorite franchise, but Time Stranger had a really good Super Edition. Because you got the Jupitermon statue.
Where you get... Yeah, and like, even if you didn't go the full Super Edition where you got the statue, the like pre-order bonuses weren't bad because they're just early game kickoff bonuses.
Yeah, like I just mean like if you're selling
everything else in there.
Oh, sorry. No, I just mean like
get
if
everything else
you're...
in there at some point in the game.
Yeah, I just mean if your ultimate Super Edition is there's physical merch to go along with it, a statue of a Digimon that doesn't get that much merch, good pick. Especially as the title Digimon
and,
of
like,
the game.
Key pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and it's a pretty good statue. Literally the only thing holding it back is that Jupitermon Wrath mode's kind of a boring design.
But like, there's people who like Jupitermon.
Yeah.
Hang on, I think I have the root problem of how all these Nintendo Collector's Editions started to suck ass.
Uh-huh.
So, about 6 years ago, during a Fire Emblem anniversary, they released the NES version of Fire Emblem English for the very first time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time-gated release.
Yeah, the time-gated release that didn't even have a physical copy in the collector's edition.
By the way, should I rename my stream categories to like Nerd Rage, but we get where other people are coming from?
Yeah.
You should also get rid of those.
Yeah.
Oh God, do I got?
You know, I was just
do I
gonna
got
say, you should
bad
also probably get.
tags?
Yeah. I think
Dino Crisis and dinosaurs, because I'm seeing Chow on the screen right now, not dinosaurs.
Ruby, how dare you
I
forget
think
to
what had
change your stream
happened
category?
No, I changed the category, just not the tags.
Yeah, she changed the category, but not the title nor the tag.
Well, listen, the title is like I'm not restarting the fucking stream, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Listen, you are not the
What
only VTuber to rage quit a game midway through.
Yeah.
It wasn't even rage. I just
What
realized I wasn't having fun, and that's not good for a stream. You know?
Yeah, and she wanted to turn her brain off.
Because it was probably Yomi. I probably heard it from Yomi, but like you can tell when the streamer's not having fun, and it usually leads to the audience tuning out. You know?
Yeah, and I did the same thing when SV gave me Hollow Knight. At some point, I'm like, I'm not having fun. I can't keep playing this SV. I'm sorry.
Right,
Anyway, shitty ass Fire Emblem fucking collector box.
Yeah.
And like at the time, a lot of people argued, oh, so you're not even really buying the game, you're just buying a fancy display box and like a glass NES cart.
Yeah, it's for...
Which, sure.
Yeah.
It's for collectors. And that sold well enough. And here was the real like slap in the face. The NES version of Fire Emblem was on Japanese Switch Online. You could literally just play it.
Yeah.
So a bunch of people got annoyed, but because not enough people got annoyed, I guess it emboldened Nintendo to go, well, let's keep pushing the envelope. Let's see when they push back.
Literally what happened with Gen 6 Pokemon. And like, I'm saying this as one of the people who didn't get annoyed enough.
Yeah, no,
I should have been meaner to Gen 6.
We were both in the camp of like, okay, it's their first venture into 3D, let's not be too mean. Maybe we should have been a little meaner.
I was willing to accept the massively smaller Pokedex. I was willing to accept that the models were a little jank and had very limited
that the
animation.
Story was honestly a major step down, let's be fair.
And and like I was even willing to accept a lot of features that I really liked disappeared. Because I was like, they jumped to 3D. That's a whole new fucking engine. And they had to remake like 700 Pokemon.
And like we got some
these
features
models.
that
like,
I think were generally good. Like we got fashion in the game. Sure,
Yeah.
it was stilted in one direction, but we got it.
Yeah, it was stilted, but they implemented on it in Gen
And we got-
7.
And
They
we got
added more
Pokemon
in Gen 8. They added a
Amie,
lot
and
more,
we
and then
got-
Scarlet Violet fucked up.
Okay, Scarlet and Violet
we-
is weird, because it feels like a downgrade when I look at it, but, like, I get how they thought it was a side grade. Because you get massively more facial customization, but also you get 4 outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like
anyway,
we also got Pokemon Amie and Super Training, which are incredible. Like both of those are great. Take the guesswork out of IV training or like
but
EV
I
training.
knew what you meant.
So yeah, take the guesswork out of EV training. Incredible. Pokemon Amie, just play little mini games and like pet your Pokemon and stuff. Incredible. Like and they give bonuses if you play Pokemon Amie. Sometimes your Pokemon will shrug off a crit or auto heal.
But you know
a
the
status
funniest part
effect.
is
Glorious.
they messed that up in BDSP. Because they just
Yeah.
tie it into the base friendship mechanics, so your Pokemon do that, even if you didn't want them to.
well, hang on. I thought Gen 6 it was tied to the base friendship
Nope.
mechanic, but because Amie was
Nope.
the easiest way to grow it, it naturally just happened.
Nope.
Nope.
Amie is its own
Hey,
thing.
It was not.
Hang on.
Yeah, no, that was specifically a
Pokemon.
change people brought up in BDSP.
Yeah. And like all this stuff is great. So we were so forgiving on so much stuff disappearing. And we were like, okay, as long as Gen 7 does better.
And it overall did.
Genuinely, yeah, like still to this
I
day,
think
my biggest complaint of
Gen 7, like Alola, I'd say second favorite game, with someone whose favorite game is Gen 5. It's not amazing, but it's definitely a step up, and it felt like it was going the right direction. Yeah, it sucks you're not the main character, I'm sorry.
Yeah. My biggest complaint about Alola is, one, don't bother with anything before Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. It literally feels incomplete.
I mean, to be fair, that's literally what happened with Black and White 1. I feel no inkling of...
No, Black and White 1 are a finished story. Black and White 1 is not incomplete in the way Sun and Moon
If anything, Black and White 2
Sun and
feels a
Moon-
little bit more incomplete because it just wholesale takes sections from Black and White 1, despite taking place 2 years later.
Sun and Moon literally don't have a post-game, despite having all the setup for a post-game.
Okay, you know what? Sure. I understand. That's fair.
Yeah, like... just fully incomplete, and like we don't learn anything about why Lucamine went insane yet, despite them implying that like no, she used to be fine and then she went crazy. And like the
Her
final
husband's
boss
eating
fight
beans.
is Luce. Yeah, like the final boss fight with her is her being possessed by Nihilego, and then she throws unrelated Pokemon at you, and like. Which is just a dumb idea. That's not actually related to things feeling unfinished, but like it is dumb. It's stupid. That's what they went with.
Well, because you can't fight a human in Pokemon Zero.
It is arguable if she's a human anymore. But
I get it, but I guarantee that was a corporate mandate.
Yeah, and so
the
like, what
corporate
they should have
mandate
done-
was that is sapient.
Yeah.
We can't have you fight it.
And so what they should have done instead is you fight Lucamine's Pokemon, and then she ends with a Totem Nihilego that's like super powered up. Because they had the Totem mechanic there, where a Pokemon comes out super powered up.
God,
That's what
could
it
you
should have been.
imagine? Hang on, wait. Could you imagine if there was some sort of corporate mandate saying, "Oh, Legendary / Ultra Beast can't be Totem Pokemon"? Imagine.
Well, that's not true because Necrozma was totemed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
In-
you know
in
what?
Ultra
Yeah,
Sun,
Ultra,
Ultra Moon.
Ultra Necrozma has the aura.
But if you are playing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, then my only complaint comes that these people yap too fucking much.
Also,
My
like,
exact complaint about Diamond and Pearl, by the way.
Wait, are we talking about the Ultra Recon Squad? Because I admit, I felt nothing for them.
To me, not even that. Just everyone in the fucking game doesn't shut up.
Yeah, like
They're blue, I guess.
Even Hop talks too much. And not Hop,
Hal.
Hala. Yeah, Hala. Like, even he talks too much, and he's my favorite character with a genuinely intriguing arc in the game.
Also, yes,
Like-
we're
Wait,
sweeping the
Hala or
Guzzlord
Hal?
dimension under the rug.
The young one, whichever one is not the
How?
grandpa.
Okay, it's how.
How? Okay, sorry. I remembered they're related.
Because there is a Hala,
So,
and
yeah,
he
Hal.
was one of the totem bosses.
Yeah, he's Hal's grandpa.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Hal, genuinely intriguing arc, great character. I think he's a fun twist on the rival. I think they even do something interesting with the idea that he gets the weaker starter to you and like make it part of his deal.
But
I
he
like
still
that.
makes it to the Elite Four if you do the rematches.
Yeah, and he still yaps too fucking much. Everyone in that game talks too much. There is too much standing around not letting me play Pokemon.
Oh, okay, in Zero, real quick, I'm gonna say this just because
Yeah.
I'm a little confused. As someone replaying Platinum, the only complaint I've ever had about someone not shutting the hell up has been Looker.
No,
Everyone
Cyrus.
else, like... Oh, okay, yeah, Cyrus does need to shut the hell up, but it's like, oh... That's like saying Giovanni needs to shut the hell up in Gen 1. He gets like four...
Also,
He gets four moments, he shows up in yaps, and then he fucking...
I can understand the difference,
No,
because
I mean,
Giovanni...
like-
Guy, I can understand a little bit of the difference. Because, like, I know Zero's got a defense, obviously, but I'm sitting here as a third party. Giovanni doesn't talk that much, and most of it is him just calling you an idiot, and you're not going to stop him. He's an adult. Cyrus, a lot of times, is trying to convince you he is correct.
And is going on these like pseudo-philosophical rants about it. And specifically
Yeah.
in Platinum, they decided that despite all the talking he does in Diamond and Pearl, people didn't understand him enough, which I
Well,
had thought was the point, is that he's a babbling madman.
Because frankly, Cyrus didn't talk that much. His plan was kind of vague in Diamond and Pearl. It's like, okay,
No,
he wants to
it's not-
bind Mesprit, Azelf, and Yuxi for what? And then
I didn't
Platinum
think it
decided to give him
was-
that seed in Salacion Ruins. Or,
Yeah, not
Celestic
just in
Town,
Salacion
whatever it
Ruins.
was.
When you're listening in on the headquarters, that's not in the original Diamond and Pearl. Or no, it's in the original Diamond and Pearl, but it's extended in Platinum. Like explicitly,
Yeah.
this is something they added for the purpose of not enough people seem to understand where Cyrus is like coming from and what his plan is. That's actively
Well, not
why
even that.
they added it.
They didn't fucking elaborate.
Well, no, it's not that they didn't elaborate. It's that it makes no sense because again,
Yeah.
at least he's a babbling madman to the point that I, as a kid, thought that was the point, is that he's supposed to sound insane, not that he's supposed to sound rational or like he's got a good plan or that he could convince people. That he's supposed to sound like a babbling madman. And
I
no,
guess.
apparently that wasn't the point. He's not supposed to come across that way.
Yeah, as a kid, I interpreted him as, oh, he wants to, like, reset the world because he thinks humanity's stupid and stinky and evil.
Which,
yeah, like that. But
like,
then
if
he
I'm
keeps
gonna be
giving
honest,
you the
very I'm
reasons he
14 and
thinks
this
that.
is deep. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like-
exactly. I didn't think past it. It's like, oh, he wants to do it because he thinks humans are evil.
Yeah, but like he starts giving you reasons for like why humans are evil and like in the exact way he wants to do it and why he's doing it this way, and it doesn't make sense. He sounds like a babbling
you
madman.
know, there is one villain that makes even less sense than Cyrus, who's actually a villain. It's Lysander. Because
Yeah.
at least if Cyrus's plan goes off, it'll work how he wants it. That's just a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lysander's
It will
plan
result in a
literally will
world
not
where
work.
he is- Yeah, Cyrus's plan will in fact result in a world where he is floating alone in a void with no other creatures or matter in existence.
Lysander's
That would-
plan
that
Zero,
is
the
him,
poor ugly people.
but Lysander's plan involves him taking the richest assholes and making Noah's Ark about it and thinking that'll fix society.
Except
Yeah, that's what I said. The poor ugly people.
Except secretly, the rich and beautiful people will also be sacrificed because he doesn't care about them. He only cares about himself. So Lysander wants to conquer France with a super weapon so that he could be king of France after killing all the French people.
I will rule
Yeah, 'cause
over
there's more people in
Hyrule after I kill all of its citizens.
Like, yeah! Like,
To be fair, that's quite frankly what Ganon does.
Well,
I
yeah,
will
but
rule
like
Hyrule
Ganon is
after I kill everyone.
Ganon's
Well,
also
no,
driven by
because-
revenge.
Ganon's
Yeah,
possessed
I was
by
about to say,
a
like-
demon.
Ganondorf sometimes is sympathetic about it.
Yeah,
Lysander just hates poor people.
Well, okay, hang on. You tell me Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time is possessed by a demon. I'll accept most Ganons are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically,
Most canons are... And, like,
You know he
even the
becomes
ones
the
who
pig
aren't
demon,
possessed
right?
by a demon... Yeah,
no,
he
he
normally
does, but
becomes
that's
pig.
like his last resort to kill Link.
Yeah, and then he curses
but-
Link forever.
I mean, there's... No, the Curse of Demise was from Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like,
But
as
all the
he's
curse
dying,
of Demise does.
as he's dying in Ocarina of Time, he literally says he will curse you forever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
But, like...
I'm gonna be
so-
real. I haven't played Ocarina of Time.
Even in the games where he's not possessed by a demon, this is fully himself. They make a point to tell you that he's gone off the rails from his original plan, which is to conquer Hyrule's for the Garuda people.
yeah.
Because that's always his original plan, he's the king of the Garuda because he's one of the only male Garudas born in generations. It's a culture thing. The Garudas live in the desert. It sucks for them.
And they're legally
And
obligated
then
to make them
because
their
of
king.
what having the
Yeah.
and then because of what the Triforce of Power does to someone's brain if they do not make nice with the Triforce of Wisdom and Triforce of Courage, he goes off the rails, and this turns into I'll conquer all of Hyrule because I hate everyone and I want to destroy the world, because he's full of vengeance and hate, and he's not got that balancing force. Like, so at least that makes more sense.
Also, to be fair, Junit, like, specifically, he's cursing Link as in, like, I'll come back and try to beat you forever way, not a you are cursed with misfortune forever way.
Yeah, he is cursing Link with the, like, looping reincarnation, basically.
Yeah.
But then, like, Lysander, you listen to his goal, and it's just, I hate poor people and ugly people because I'm so fucking pretty, I guess. And so I'm going to kill all the poor and ugly people. But I also hate rich, beautiful people because they're so full of themselves. They think they're such shit.
Also,
I'm going to secretly kill them too.
Just to give him pure benefit of the doubt, he talks about how ugly the world is, and you think he's talking about, like, people are treating each other badly, and you just never see this in the game.
Yeah. Kalos is one of the most welcoming, charitable, nice regions in Pokemon, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, because usually most people are like, oh, you're from blah 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 region? Oh, that's so cool. What kind of Pokemon do you have?
Yeah.
And then Lysander later became Photon about it.
You can fucking commit a home invasion, talk to someone, and they'll give you things for free in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, hello, strange little boy walking into my home. You want to talk to me? Why, thank you. Have some berries.
Until Gen 6, there was at least one house where if you walked in, they would immediately go, oh, you look so tired. Please, you have to take a nap. Rest up. And they won't let you leave until you've, like, had a nap and had some dinner. You accidentally walked into everyone's grandma's.
So, like, I can't even use that as the excuse. He just hates poor people.
He just hates poor and ugly people. Except he also hates rich and beautiful people because they're not smart enough. So literally, the only person Lysander likes is his fucking ex-boyfriend Sycamore, who's apparently too stupid to recognize that Lysander's evil. Because remember, Sycamore keeps trying to tell you that Lysander's not such a bad guy, that he's just, like, intense.
Yeah, Sycamore and Diantha fucking suck at X and Y, I'll say it.
Yeah, Diantha's not a character. I'm gonna come out and say it right now. If your favorite character is Diantha, no, it's fucking not. Name one personality trait. Name one personality
I
trait
can name
Diantha
a single one. but it sucks.
What is it?
She is not afraid of getting old because she's excited for the new acting experiences it will give her. Yes, it's that shallow.
I guess. Like, passionate about acting, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Because, you know what? I can give that same character trait to other characters. In Black and White, there's a guy that's his whole thing. He's a gym leader who's passionate about
Bryson
acting.
Man.
Yeah, Bryson Man. And
Mike, do you prefer
in
Bryson
Black,
or Bryson
2,
Man?
You get Bryson Man.
Oh, hold on. I gotta see who these two completely different people are.
And like in Black and White 2, you get a whole thing where he retires from being a gym leader, and you get a little like cutscene where he explains, yeah, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to like reach out to people and prevent something like Team Plasma from happening again.
And I
think I can do that.
Actor. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that better with my art than as a gym leader. And like, I don't know if I agree, but what an interesting character motivation.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
you
And
know
I
what? Diantha is such not a character that when I saw her at the Elite Four, I forgot I had seen her twice before.
Yeah!
I'm gonna be so real. The only Kalos Elite Four member I can even recall is Drasana.
It's because
And it's
she's the
not
Dragon
because of
Milf.
any...
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a dragon milf, and because the internet.
I do, who's the fire one? Starts with an
The
L?
news lady.
Alva?
Yeah, Malva.
Probably
I only
Malva.
remember her because of the deep lore drop that she was PR for Team Flare.
Yeah, because she's also the newscaster you see whenever it cuts to.
Because it doesn't make sense why she hates your guts until you think about that. Because she just hates your
they don't
guts when
spell
you
it
walk
out.
in.
Wait, hang on. I gotta look at this girl. What's her name?
Malva. She's the fire type
Malva.
Elite Four.
She looks
X1.
exactly like a Team Flare member. She's the newscaster you see when there's cutscenes.
So the implication is she was
her,
part
the
of Team
pink-haired
Flare,
chick.
and that's why she hates
Yeah.
your guts.
Yeah, because when you walk in and see her, for no reason, literally she just starts going off about how much she hates you, and you have to make the connection that she was part of Team Flare, and that's why Team Flare was getting such good press coverage, until, like, even she couldn't spin it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh my
there's
god, wait.
there's the chef guy
She's-
and the night guy. They're fine, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't even remember their names.
Like,
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
get it. I get it. This is the France region. We're doing a little bit of JRPG stuff with the starters. The Elite Four steel type being a knight makes sense. But also, why are you a knight?
Yeah. Yeah, why are you an...
Because-
What's your deal? I feel like I should have met you earlier.
Imagine if you
kinda
met
true.
him and he's just a LARPer.
Like,
Like, imagine if you meet him
Oh,
and
I'm
he's
not
like,
actually a
"No,
knight.
I'm
I just
evil."
like dressing up like this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Imagine.
Okay, I'm looking at her team. Oh my god, I forgot how, like, actual baby mode X and Y was. This is an
Yeah.
Elite Four member with 4 Pokemon.
Yeah, they all have 4 Pokemon.
To be fair, Gen 5 actually wasn't a whole lot better, if I'm being honest.
I think Diantha has 6, but like, bro.
Hang on, you know of Elite Four.
Because I'm pretty sure, admittedly, Black and White, like, the round 1 is supposed to be baby mode, because you have to fight
Yeah.
and gets us after.
Yeah, because you're not actually challenging the Elite Four for real, is their like justification.
Yeah.
Remember N?
Yeah, I
Oh
like
my
that.
god, wait, no, you're right. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Gen 4 was
like-
probably the last time they made most of a gym. Honestly.
No, I mean,
and
Gen 5, all the Elite Four members only have 5 Pokemon, but, like, most of them are actual, like, good Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, going back to the like Diantha's passionate for acting. You know what other character I can put that on? That's not even like their profession is acting. Fucking Sabrina.
Yeah, you could have added that to Sabrina, and I'd be like, yeah, that's cool.
Because
Yeah.
in Black and White 2, in PokeStar Studios, Sabrina's the like main other actor of one of the movie sequence franchises.
Yeah,
that
she's
you go
repeatedly
through.
the evil queen character.
And, like, you can talk to her in the green room after you've, like, cleared all the things and all that, and, like, have chats with her, and she's like, yeah, I actually enjoy acting. I wanted to branch out a little. Someone told me I'd be good at it. This is kind of fun.
I think that was welcome, because as much as, like, I don't think Sabrina was bad for characterization, she was a Gen 1 character, and it shows.
Yeah, very flat. You know, not a lot.
And she didn't even have, like, a backup thing to fall back on. Like, Misty is a tomboy. Brock helps out at Mount Moon. Blaine is
like,
a scientist.
Blue is there.
Gen 2, and to a greater extent Gen 4, added in that, like, her psychic powers aren't giving her anything that you can't figure out with common sense, and that's a running joke with her. Like, she has a bit now.
Yeah.
Because she's like, if you go to rematch her, she's like, yes, my powers foretold that you would be here. And then it's implied that you said, but we scheduled to be here. Like, I called you.
Sabrina
and she's like,
is in fact an actor.
Yeah.
Do PokeStar Studios, it's fun.
It's genuinely fun. A really good puzzle.
Like, if your big problem with Pokemon is genuinely that you think that it's too easy and should lean into JRPG puzzles more, play PokeStar Studios. It's good.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the menus are kind of like sliding.
No.
Yeah, Jasmine does visit Volkner, and with, like, the vague implication that they might be a thing.
Which is really funny, because their connection is lighthouses.
Yeah, and, like, I don't think they're a thing. I think that implication is just supposed to be that Jasmine really cares about people, because her consistent trait is having, like, a really warm heart despite using cold steel types.
And also, like
that's
I'll be honest though, I've seen weaker justifications for shipping.
Yeah. But, like, I just don't think Jasmine would have a long-distance relationship with a man with chronic depression.
No, I
Zero, what if that is the reason?
Yeah.
Also,
what if the reason is, I can fix them?
Yeah, also, that man's dating Flint. Let's just be fully honest with ourselves. There is no heterosexual explanation for Flint and Volkner. But yeah, like, there's a bunch of different stuff for, like, why she would be visiting him in a way that makes sense without them dating. Whatever.
But, like, I've heard weaker justifications for ships.
But, like, Diantha's entirety of character can be given and expanded on, even, to two different people. Because, like, Sabrina doesn't just say, I kind of like acting. She explains it's a realm where her psychic powers give her no benefit. Like, she enjoys the fact that her psychic powers don't just let her win at this. And
so you're saying that having psychic powers doesn't make you special?
Yeah, and so...
Wow, I wish there was an anime about that.
1, 2... But, like, the idea that Sabrina now has this character of being somebody who's so cold and emotionless and, like, kind of bitchy is because her psychic powers have deprived her of the ability to properly interact with people, and she actually craves that interaction of, like, it's not my psychic powers.
Her psychic powers are good enough to see the future, as an FYI. She's good psychic.
Yeah, and, like with remarkable consistency. Like, she points out that, like, you beating her was foretold. It's part of why she seems so non-committal when you beat her. She's like, yeah, I knew you were gonna. I was like, I knew I was gonna lose. Whatever.
Like, I saw this, like, a year ago, man. This is nothing.
Yeah.
This ain't a big deal.
And, like, again, that's why the
bit... an interesting idea, but it doesn't add to a lot of good character moments.
And then, like, that does make the bit of, yes, my powers told me that we would have a rematch. And then you saying, yeah, I called you to set up a rematch. You didn't need psychic powers for that. And her going, I suppose that is true, is funny. Yeah. It's her, like, she's become so reliant on psychic powers, she forgot that, like, she doesn't actually need psychic powers to remember that she had a scheduled date.
And you know what? I actually think I have something that, like, given more time to write, might have made Diantha better.
Yeah.
Make her a fucking movie dork. Because that's clearly her team theme, is, like, her theme is like different movie monsters that you could use, or
Yeah,
like movie.
you got like
have her talk about, oh yeah, this movie inspired me to become an actor. This movie
know-
made me rethink storytelling.
instead of being an actor, make her like a former actor become director, and like make her like the Spielberg. Have multiple instances where you encounter movies she made.
Yeah.
Hell, you could even like tie that into Lysander a little. Maybe the reason she and Sycamore are so cool with Lysander, maybe Lysander used to be an actor. Because we don't know what he does.
So wait,
we
wait,
know
wait.
he apparently runs like charitable foundations or something.
Well, no, we also know he probably had a lot of money because he's part of the royal family.
Yeah,
remainder.
We know he's rich and like part of the like dying remainder of nobility. We know that, but we don't know what he does. So like, make him a former actor. Make him like one of those actors who, you know, comes from money and
he's
like
an actor
starts
who was
charitable
started
foundations.
rich, but he joins a cult.
Starts a cult.
He starts a cult. You're right.
Yeah, and like that could be interesting. And the reason Diantha is blinding herself to him is because she's thinking of him as actor Lysander, and it's just like, oh yeah, he's a little weird off camera, but he's one of the like greatest artists of our time. And she's willingly blinding herself to anything past his art in the same way that Sycamore is blinding himself because he wants to fuck him. Like, like that's got to be the only reason, because
And yeah,
Sycamore
both-
doesn't give a good reason.
Like, imagine if, like, you know, just to go on to what Junit said, imagine if the reason she's got Tyrantrum and Aurorus, and you find out, oh yeah, she was in Pokemon's equivalent of Jurassic fucking Park. And she
Or, like,
grew
even,
an
like, she
attachment to
made
these
it.
Pokemon as a result.
Yeah, like anything. Like, oh god, what if she was the child actor from Jurassic Park 2? The one who does the fucking acrobatics?
Yeah.
Like, literally anything. It could be literally
Yeah.
anything.
But, like, give her something more.
And I'm like, yeah, making her a movie dork, I think would work. You don't
Yeah.
have to do a whole lot, and you could add good content by showing her acting.
Or, like, if you want to tie into the JRPG stuff, you could even make her a video game dork. Her team works just as good for a video game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I get that, but, like, if we're going with we have to keep her an actor, you know?
Yeah. Like, it's just... There's so much you could do. Because, yes, also, like, media is a big thing in X and Y, too. That's why one of the Elite Four is a newscast.
No, I get it.
And
Yeah.
so many NPCs since, honestly, Gen 5, but especially Gen 6 onward, have this problem. Like,
Where they're
Hey,
a
you guys
job, but you
remember
don't think
Mallow?
about the implications.
yeah, you guys remember Mallow?
Yeah.
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 What's
I
her
remember
deal?
Mallow.
Her deal is that she's a chef, and you pound her bone.
She has depression in the anime.
I'm
listen,
gonna be so real. The
No, I'm
only
sorry.
thing about
Press
Mallow
A.
I can remember is
Press A to pound was a meme for a bit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
the only thing about Mallow I can remember is that she was in the fucking anime and she was one of Ash's friends.
You know, here's
and
the
that he
other
never really
thing.
fucking liked her.
Here's the other
Yeah.
little Mallow tidbit, is that she was the reason that we knew that the starter leaks weren't fake in Gen 7.
Yeah.
Because she was on Incineroar's confidential sheet.
Yeah. And, so do you remember anything about her character in the game?
She sure is bubbly and a cook.
That she was bubbly and kind of happy at times. And
I'll be
that's-
honest,
Did
I
you
remember
pick up
more
at
about-
all that...
I remember more about Lana because she was, like, distressingly horny for no reason.
Yeah, Lana was
Yeah.
weird. And that was her thing, and so it made her stand out. Did you know Milo's supposed to be a feral child?
No, I could not tell that in the slightest.
Who the fuck is Milo again?
Mallow, the
Mallow,
green-haired girl.
yeah.
Oh, Mallow. Okay.
Because she talks about how, like, yeah, I learned to cook by, like, scavenging in the forest and communing with... Like, she's supposed to be a feral child.
She does not
Okay.
look or act it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either feral or like her parents just let her out a lot.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Wait, does
Bare
that mean
minimum,
that she's...
she's-
What if N wasn't raised by a cult?
Yeah, like, bare minimum, she's supposed to be someone who crawls around in the dirt every day. Like...
Yeah, that's not what I'm getting. What I got from looking and like listening to Mallow, from what I could remember, was, oh, this is a child that like hangs out outside a lot, and their parents lose track of them.
Like,
I would not have clicked that she is literally a like orphaned feral child.
like, that's supposed to be her thing.
So,
Like,
actually, you know what? I'll say this. I've actually kind of grown a little tired of a certain design trend I've noticed in modern Pokemon games. Why are people cosplaying as their Pokemon?
yeah.
Hang
When
on,
that happens,
describe that. Well,
Okay,
what?
so it was when I saw the last set of trainer reveals, I think, for ZA, and girl literally just has a Chandelure hat, and I'm like, okay, so guess what your ace is?
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, where people's outfit just kind of looks like they did the Monster Hunter skid and wear my partner.
And like, I
Like,
give
hang
a little
on,
bit.
I'd have to
of,
look at Legend ZA again.
I give a little bit of lenience for like Pokemon Masters outfits because that's like the point, right?
Yeah.
Like,
They're
some
meant to be
alt
little
outfits are meant to look.
But like, this
that.
is your main outfit, girl. Please don't make me immediately know that your ace is Chandelure.
Yeah, like,
You see, Ruby. What if I was a little Pokemon trainer and I subverted expectations by dressing as one Pokemon, but my ace was another?
No, because then I'll have to take off your mask and relate you were a Zoroark the whole time.
Oh my
God.
That said, it is pushing 10 o'clock, and I've got to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna send y'all to raid. But
Wait, Ruby, before you go.
But I'm not leaving the voice call. I'm just sending people to raid because it's late.
What do you
I'm
think
gonna
of
be
him?
real. I could, the only Legend ZA NPC I can like find that is, oh, so you have a Chandelure or you have an X Pokemon, is that girl. Everyone else just
I
looks
swore
like, oh
that
yeah,
I
that's
saw
a
that
poison
in
type
others,
trainer.
but fair.
Like, I'm looking at Ivor, and nothing about Ivor tells me he has Machamp. Just that they use fighting Pokemon.
It's a bigger problem, especially with like post game guys, like in the battle tower and stuff.
I'm gonna send you to Desync. Desync is
Yes.
funny. Sky, do you know
Alright.
Desync?
I don't believe so.
The copycat VTuber? You know, you're about to meet Desync. So I hope you guys all have a lovely night.